like a fire in the eye of a hurricane. Always told, stay in line, be alright, better play it safe. I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. I've passed the point of no return, something is calling me, it's in the air that I breathe. Bring me back to life again. Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Fly so high they can't touch us. So top notch, none above us. We done came so far, now we up now. Had a vision, stuck to it, never back down. Never had much, now we own the whole thing. Spread it all around the world, watch it all change. Came alive, now they all see the greatness. Light shine so hard they can't take it.
Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Come alive.
I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. I passed the point of no return, something is calling me, it's in the air that I breathe. Bring me back to life again. Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Sitting on a bench, waiting for the time to pass, dreaming of what happens next. I see what I wanna be, questioning my destiny, only knowing what I see. I don't even realize I've already made a path, and I can change it anytime, I can't take it back. I know what I want, but it seems so damn far away. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said then you better use it. Tell yourself day after day it's time to prove it. No days off, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you wanted to be, prove it. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream.
your sign though. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. Show what you gon' do. They don't want all that. They don't want all that.
That sounds like a pop song.
Take a dive before you dry, y'all. It's the only way to live. You can't be without it, baby. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Try before you sign off. Shit can kill the sick. Real stuff. It's the only way to live. Fancy cars and the smiles of the ocean. Purple sky, let that night come with peace. Anywhere you wanna be. Anywhere you wanna be. Yeah, yeah. Hold up your sign, though. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. Show what you gon' do. They don't want all that. They don't want all that. They don't want all that. Pick up, I know to be right on. Yeah. Cause no one really gives. Don't look back, I'll keep your eyes on. Long ago. Doesn't matter what it gon' cost. Never gave you shit. Real soul. Love to take a hit. Hey. Who's getting high on emotion? Look around. People fight all their life for some peace. Yeah. Look around. Fancy cars and the smiles of the ocean. Purple sky, let that night come with peace. Anywhere you wanna be. Anywhere you wanna be. Yeah. Hold up your sign, though. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. Show what you gon' do. They don't want all that. They don't want all that. They don't want all that. Take off. Rush at the rush. Take off. Rush at the rush. Rush. Take off. Rush at the rush.
Yeah. Ay, push start, ay. Ball so hard, ay. Raise the bar, ay. Turn into a star, ay. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. Cause it's fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What? About too hard, ayy. What? About too hard, ayy. About too hard, yeah. I'm killing your favorite rapper, it's minimum effort. Yeah, your coach getting severed. The industry dry as a desert. Do whatever it is that you think that you're doing, I'm doing it better. Straight W's, that's my letter. Don't got no snakes, only ladders, ayy. They tryna figure out what's on our plate. Infinity sideways, we already ate. Skipping this basics, skipping this classes. Stay out of trouble, now I can relate. Nevertheless, again, I'm doing great. I just finished this thing, ain't no debate. You ain't my dog, you ain't my family, and sure as hell, you're not my mate. Yeah, I take my place at the summit. I can't wait till we countin' them hundreds. I cannot lie, I ain't rich, yeah, but when I say my time coming, it's coming. And some of y'all got ahead of me, to be honest, I wasn't even running. But very soon I'ma run it. I demand it, man, I want it. Push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. Cause it's fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What? About too hard, ayy. What? About too hard, ayy. About ball too hard, ayy. They not gon' like this. Don't like surprises. I cause a crisis. Man, I'm a scientist. With the music, I spice things up to my liking. Man, I want nice things, nice things. That's not an AK, it's an Uzi. I pull up and shoot it to movie. I'm chasing the bag, not a coochie. Cut ties with the fake, now it's Gucci. Word of my niggas from the 021. You count 6 shots and I count 2 guns. Some people still think I rap just for fun, but soon they look up to me just like the sun. Yeah, you can come over here. Swear it's like no career. Swear you got no idea. Soon you'll have no career. Take a good look in the mirror. They need to know that I'm here. Don't you act like it ain't clear. Yeah, push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. Cause it's fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. I ball too hard, ayy. What? I ball too hard, ayy. What? I ball too hard, ayy. I ball too hard.
Look above your heads at the moonlit sky. The stardust drips and shines brightly in your eye. So baby, stay with me where the sun doesn't go down, and we will drift away until the day the world stops spinning. Oh, baby. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, yeah. The stars falls around us, entwining us. So baby, stay with me where the sun doesn't go down, and we will drift away until the day the world stops spinning, 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 until the day the world stops spinning.
Moving through the city like it's Gotham. They told me get one, so I got one.
Stop saying you're a boss when you're not one. You ain't sacrificed, nah, you ain't lost none. All over the gram like you got a bag. You ain't big dog, we ain't hearing none of that. I'm in the gym looking like a running back. And you know the flow, got him coming back. Who I was in the past, I'm unattached. Only focus in this moment is bringing the summer back. Oh, respect my grind, elevate souls and I spread good vibes. Young divine, you know I gotta shine. Raise your hands for a good time. Aight.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you want it, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move.
3, 2,
Bringing summer
1,
to
drop.
you.
Oh, ready, let's go. 'Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. 'Cause you know like I know. We'll take it round and round. Yo, hold up, let me switch my flow up. Back in high school, they were telling me I'll blow up. Doing talent shows and man, everyone will show up. Got in an accident and still made it for them to go nuts. You know what? I'm so so what? I'm so That means I can't describe the way I vibe, the way I slide in with the rhymes that make the dimes. I'll close their eyes and fantasize. Young divine calling their phone number. No, you know I love it. And you know me, I can't sleep without blazing beats. On stages for their ones gracefully. And I got a smile that they hate to see. Young black successful, though life gets stressful. Though life gets stressful, go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon.
Yeah.
You said that you want it, so I got it for
Got
you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move.
3, 2,
Bringing
1,
summer to
drop.
you.
Oh, ready, let's go. 'Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. 'Cause you know like I know. We'll take it round and round again.
Hi, I'm rich. Rich and high. Lex. Yeah. Yo. Got the army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. I got a couple thickies chilling in my room who be shaking it like the twerk team. Ladies, show me where them curves be. Curious, I'm not pervy. Honestly, you and your best friend could go and develop a new twerk scene. Got the army with me like Xerxes. Army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. Understand you can't hurt me. I got the army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. I got a couple thickies chilling in my room who be shaking it like the twerk team. Shaking it like a twerk team. I'm in my room watching Netflix, surrounded by wet chicks, passing that sticky, we smoking that Vestas. Yeah, God, you know we do it. One showing off, yo, we come to cruise it. Yeah, it's that A6M. I see you hate, but you rating them. Don't make sense like paying with card. Who do you know that's slaying this hard? Beats be banging, we making discard. Have your girlfriend run straight to my yard and have her up in my bed. Yup, 20 minutes, I'm dead. I tell her, okay, leave. No Snapchat or back chat, please. What color is your backpack? Yep, green. Tell your boyfriend he's a whack twat G. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Let's go. Army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. Got a couple dickies chilling in my room. We'll be shaking it like the twerk team. Ladies, show me where them curves be. Curious, I'm not pervy.
It's been a road less traveled. All alone. Feeling my body leveled. On my own. I can just feel it. No way to stop it. The sounds of the music so through my bones. I can just taste it. No need to fight it. 'Cause I'm out here staying. It's last of my soul. 'Cause lightning and thunderstorms are never stopping me before. This night is never over, not until I leave the floor. So much passion, baby, I can never get enough. So don't you try and stop me, dance until the sun comes up.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Sie sind am Zug. Wechseln Sie jetzt Ihr Internet zu Swisscom und wir schenken Ihnen ein Jahr lang das beliebteste TV der Schweiz und Netflix. Aber nur bis am 5. April.
You ready? Huh? Hey, easy boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Psst. Rejoignez maintenant Swisscom pour votre accès Internet et nous vous offrons pendant toute une année la TV préférée de Suisse et Netflix. Mais seulement jusqu'au 5 avril.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Hello and welcome once again to an amazing Clash Royale evening with the Swisscom Hero League in ESL Swiss. With me tonight, my beautiful co-caster Luca Don Rigoni and me, myself, Chief Avalon. We'll cover the matches for you, and today there will be a big change because the balance changes are out and that may have some impact into the game. What do you think?
Yeah, some impact is might be a little bit of an understatement. I mean, we've been waiting so long for these balance changes. I mean, it's the first real balance change ever since early December, except that emergency earthquake nerf we had somewhere around the year start. But other than that, we've really been waiting for this, and they have been quite significant. We talked about them extensively on Monday, and I'm pretty sure it will have some impact. So let's see which of the players have adapted the best and the fastest, and here is what awaits us tonight.
Maybe all those giant skelly decks will be gone. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe Balloon is gone.
You're probably pretty happy. As here
Pretty and happy.
Pretty and happy. That's very true. As we have a look at the matches of tonight here, and yeah, we already mentioned it on Monday. Some of our players, they have already concluded the entirety of their matches for the season. The ones who are lagging a bit behind, we'll see a lot of today, that being Kefron, Sailor, and Dutchim with 2 matches each. And then Solag and Jesus fill out the remaining 2 spots here, as we start with Solag versus Kefron, then Dutchim versus Kefron, Sailor versus Dutchim, and then Sailor versus Jesus.
So what's your guess for Solag tonight? Because we hyped him up quite a bit. Then he didn't really deliver to the promise yet, but last time he played actually really strong. Maybe the new meta will be in his favor.
I can imagine so. I mean, he's a player with a lot of experience, and I could really see the 3 Musketeers making a comeback.
Yeah,
which would be interesting, and I'm certainly sure that he has a lot of experience with that deck, as he's been playing the game for, I think, the entirety of those 5 years that it's been out. So tonight my prediction is gonna go with him again. I want to give him another chance here.
You want to encourage him also to show his absolute best.
Yeah, absolutely, and I hope.
And yeah, with the 3 Musketeers, as you say, I also hope for some more 3 crown wins.
Yeah, that could definitely happen. But to grasp a bit where we're standing currently, it might be helpful here to take a look at our current standings. As Senpirect, he's still on the very top of the leaderboard, not undefeated anymore, as he had to take his first loss last week. No, excuse me, on Monday that was. And then
it was against
Jesus.
Yeah.
Pretty intense matchup. They're going all the way to 5 games, but in the end, Jesus reigned supreme in that matchup. And Jesus is currently sitting on 2nd place, has the chance tonight with a win to tie up the score with Senpirect, and that would essentially put him on 1st place, since he won the head-to-head against Senpai. And that would certainly feel great to dethrone his nemesis, at least during the regular season standings here. Closely behind him, there's Solak, Jesus' teammate, and then it gets quite a hot pot of players with Dutchim, Kefram, and Toyboy, all with different amount of total games, but all with 2 wins so far. And Dutchim and Kefron, they can both theoretically add 2 wins to their scoreline here.
And then Bodeshev, basically no chance to qualify anymore.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really. Does he even play again?
No, he has 7 games already.
So that's it. Anyways,
he's done for it.
Then Sailor will have 1 more match.
Yeah, but he's locked in. He's locked in last place actually, because even if Sailor does not get another win, Sailor won the head-to-head against Bodeshev. So that means he will be in front of him, even if he were to lose both of his matches tonight. But let's not forget, Bodeshev, even though he's 1-6 right now, that 1 win is against Jesus.
Yeah.
So pretty fantastic.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
still.
that's at least a statement in the league.
Yeah,
Here,
yeah.
showing that he didn't dress up for nothing. He came to win.
Yeah.
And he beat one of the top players.
Yeah,
anyway,
and I mean, he delivered greatly. He had some mistakes that were in there, but he certainly showed us some fantastic games and really took them to the ropes a couple of times.
He had them on their knees for a few seconds many times.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, he couldn't finish with a knockout.
So let's check out our first two players here for the night, being Solag against Kefron here. And just by looking at the stats here, there are barely any differences so far. They're really close together here. I mean, this is pretty much kind of a picture of, or a snapshot of the average meta, I'd say.
It also seems they prefer similar decks with the 3.6 Elixir.
Yeah.
So pretty comparable.
And it's also interesting, maybe we can have a look at the decks here real quickly. I mean, Solag is one of the only players who has really been invested in these kind of beatdown decks. He showed us the Golem even multiple times, the only guy that has been running it, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Kefron also brought it like once or so, but he's the guy we have known for his beatdown skills. And this is Solag's last game here, very air heavy kind of deck here, running the Lava Hound together with the Balloon, kind of a classical combination here, featuring the two dragons as well and the triple spell in there with the guards alongside it.
Yeah, Golem is in a really weak spot at the moment. Maybe it has changed with the balance changes. That would be exciting. On the other hand, the deck that we just seen with the Balloon, I think that's also now in a weak spot. It's not as strong anymore.
Yeah, I mean those balloon hits, the balloon nerves, those balloon hits, the balloon nerves, they have hit hard.
Let's just speak about the piglets.
The balloon hits, they still do hurt, but the death bomb doesn't have much anymore. So it's even more important now that you really get those balloons to the tower. And without it, you can't just be like, okay, I'm just gonna throw balloons out there and let them connect for death damage, and like slowly and over time you whittle away at the enemy tower. You really have to invest a lot in those pushes if you want to make them connect and get a benefit out of it.
We've seen a lot of Royal recruits, as was in the deck that we've just been shown.
Yep.
I'm curious if we're gonna continue to see so many Royal recruits. They have not been nerfed.
Yeah,
if I'm right.
And like a good one of their best counter cards in the bomb tower has been nerfed pretty severely. So
yeah.
I think that the damage also went down. The death damage certainly did, but I'm not quite sure. I think
they slowed down the game quite a bit.
Yeah.
So I'd hope for them to be nerfed, but unfortunately they haven't been nerfed. And we may still see a lot of them. They actually got a buff, an indirect buff.
Yeah, another thing that I could see coming out strong today would be any kind of like log bait decks, because usually you can not only counter a barb barrel with like a goblin barrel with a barb barrel or a log, but you could also do that with the hunter. But the hunter had his first hit speed reduced quite significantly from 0.7 all the way to 1.1 seconds.
I suffered that today a lot.
That's quite a long wind-up time.
The hunter has become kind of weak now.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, the hunter, we mentioned it so many times across this season, the duration of the season. It's such a strong card. It's not essentially meta-defining, but it's kind of a jack of all trades. It's good against beatdown. It can defend super well. It just can be super efficient, because it just has that possibility of doing a very concentrated and high amount of damage to those like usually very tanky units.
We're ready for the first game.
So let's see what they're going to bring here. And there we start out with the log coming out here from Solag.
The bats. Nice arrows destroying the bomber.
Okay, so far it looks like Solak is running quite the low
E-barbs.
curve here, and it's
Really?
E-barbs coming in here. The newly
And
buffed
the
and reworked
healing.
Heal Spirit. Oh, look
Healing
at that.
The barbs.
He plays the
Look
giant
at how they destroy
defensively.
the giant. And the
Just
E-barb,
dies so fast.
one of them still going for the
Look
tower.
at this. This is just towered
Okay.
down here, I think.
So-
Not quite.
So we already learned what has changed in the meta.
Oh yeah, the tower is going down.
E-barbs have become the way to go, it seems.
I've never seen a giant die that fast, I think. That's plus the newly buffed
Yeah, I think
E-barbs.
the community will not be happy about that E-barb change. If
That's
that
disgusting.
proves to be the thing here.
That's just...
Now I'm really curious if we're going to see more E-barbs tonight. Is that the thing to do now?
Who at Supercell had this idea? Oh my. Okay, we might be in for some fun remaining remainder
At
of
least
the
we're going to
season.
get some more towers destroyed,
Yeah,
which is a good
and
thing.
you get Zappy. Look,
Sparky's back.
I mean,
That's beautiful. I love Sparky.
and I mean Zappy is one of the cards that just fares fantastic into the E-barbs actually. The problem
bomber.
is Solak is running the Zap and can just
Beautiful
reset
arrows.
those. Nice
There's
arrows, they're
the
coming in,
E-barbs
and look at
again.
that! No chance.
Basically 2 hits.
Goodbye.
2 hits of the E-barb.
Yeah. I mean,
And the
there's...
giant only gets 1 hit.
And now good luck defending that, as there is the 2 Elixir Bomber now to help and defend. There's the
Yeah, the
Healing
bomber has
Spirit
been
that comes
reduced
down.
from 3 to 2 elixir. That makes him really strong.
By the way, I think that this is like Kefran's tried and trusted signature deck here. The Giant plus Sparky deck with featuring the Minion Horde that we've seen a lot of in the past, but he hasn't shown one single time this season.
We may soon see the E-barbs getting banned.
Is the log back in cycle? It is, and there's another fireball to boot. That means that
Giant
Sparky
again,
will
the
just fall.
E-barbs.
And there is another bomber now coming in.
Yeah,
One
that's-
lonely E-barb making it
That's
his
one
way
tower.
down the left-hand side, but with 1 second remaining.
Yeah, he
there's no
took him by
chance.
surprise there with that first rush of E-barbs. It's not yet proof that it will be successful, because the second rush on the second tower, he defended pretty well.
Yeah,
Not
but in the
pretty, but
beginning,
well.
it was you could see Kefran's cycle was kind of off. He was like, okay, I gotta play like anything. I can't just like let 2 E-barbs plus 5 bats connect onto the tower. He didn't have the arrows in cycle, so he just played the giant, and that was basically 5 elixir down the drain. Because, like I said, I've never seen a
Destroyed
giant
so fast, just
die that
melting.
fast.
Like it's almost like an Inferno Dragon got
Yep.
hold of the
Yeah,
giant.
yeah,
It
like I
just
think even
melted.
faster.
It's crazy.
That was just unfair. You should
So
do like a video
maybe,
on that.
Maybe the mistake here was that the E-barbs weren't banned.
Yeah, true
But-
that.
But
True
then
that.
also the bomber. I mean, with 2 elixir, we talked about that on Monday. With 2 elixir, the bomber is just so cheap.
Yeah,
It's still
like,
strong.
You can't just like throw it in there. It's like a log. Just okay, I'm gonna go for a push. I need some AOE, because that's exactly how you usually would counter a deck like that, by something like the Skarmy. But you could see it there. You just throw that 2 elixir bomber behind them, and it gets so much value and forces even more elixir out of your opponent to defend it. And that's where the Minion Horde had to really come in clutch. I think the Minion Horde kind of was the best card here from Kefran against Solak's deck, because it's just Ebbe. It's just
it's just Ebbe.
It's
you
just
know?
Ebbe. It's just Ebbe, not even fair.
It's Ebbe not even fair, you know.
Because you essentially don't have a
No, the
direct
bomber
answer
is just,
to it.
I mean, the bomber is not even weaker. It's just cheaper.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is weaker. It like
yeah,
DPS
but
also
it
went.
still compares. I mean, it's
Yeah. I mean, its HP went down, its damage went down, but like against something like the Skarmy, it just doesn't matter at all. And you could see it there. Even against the bomb, even against the Princess Tower, it still does quite a significant amount of
Yeah.
damage. I think
So
it does like 180
actually,
damage still. So.
I'm still happy because we got a big surprise with the E-barbs. We got the Sparky back, and we
Yeah.
did not have Giant Skeleton.
Yeah, that's
So
very true.
that's three good things.
Good start for tonight.
Good
And
start.
we got to see Kefron's signature deck again. Because I was kind of missing that. to
The
be
Sparky Giant. What about E-Golem Giant? That would be nice.
honest. E-Golem Sparky would be nice for me.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, with the rage.
We won it back.
All the good things. All the good things. I could really imagine, like, the newly buffed Witch.
Oh, yeah,
with,
the
like,
Witch.
the E-Golem and the Sparky.
But the Witch
could
has
be pretty
never been
disgusting.
really popular. Maybe it's just...
Like, when it was broken, it was very popular.
Yeah, but that was only for a few weeks.
Yeah, I think.
If at
2
all,
months-
I'm not
2
even
months
sure.
or
Maybe
so.
it was 1 week or 2 weeks.
No, it was like it was for quite
It was
an
very
amount
short.
of time.
It felt very short.
Okay. Yeah, I think we didn't have an active season then. I think because like once we get back to like casting again, it was already I think reverted together
Probably.
with like the executioner buffs. That were
And
also
the
quite
spawning
insane.
skellies that spawned all around her.
Yeah. that's still happening. Though. Like.
But yeah, she's not bad, especially because she's also going against air units.
Yeah,
but
and she does AOE damage.
But
so
she is still not as popular.
That's very true. That's very true. I'm also quite curious whether we're gonna see any play of Mother Witch tonight.
Yeah.
Since she got buffed quite a bit, like her overall DPS went down a lot, her damage went up, her hit speed went up, so like
Yeah.
buff throughout.
That would
and
mean
for
more
a 4
hogs.
elixir, and like for 4 elixir, it means more hogs and it means faster hogs.
Yeah.
Like
more
you-
bacon on the map is a good thing.
True that. And as is in life, there's just never enough bacon. So you should.
Maybe they're also for our vegetarian viewers. They may be also vegetarian hogs.
Yeah, bacon.
And
have you ever tried
it's
bacon?
Bacon? No.
Like vegan bacon?
No.
It's actually pretty nice. Gotta
No.
say.
Okay, what is it made of?
I think
Vegetables?
yeah, I think it's made from how do you
Pigs?
from pigs. Yeah, from vegan pigs. I think it's made
From grass-fed pigs.
How do you say pea protein? That's usually how, like, in my opinion, the best meat substitutes are made of that are really like close to me. If you like that, like I personally prefer those a lot. That still because I like the taste of meat. I just
So
don't
there's
like
the normal witch.
how it's made. That's the night witch.
Yeah,
Oh, we still see an appearance
Cannon
here
card.
of the cannon card.
Oh, Lava Hound.
It still does a good amount of damage here, and Kefron taking quite
Still
a
there.
bit. Oh, that's a clone just coming out here.
Beautiful
from Kefron.
high skill clone.
Yeah, but there,
that's just gonna be tower.
yeah,
as
Magic
always.
Archer there will not stand a chance against it.
They're on the way to the King Tower.
I mean, that Lava Hunt is still alive here.
You could clone it again.
As it says in the in-game tips, you cannot clone a clone,
And
but
the
you can
bandit.
clone a Lava Hound twice. But look
it
at
was
the left-hand
basically
tower.
a tower exchange,
Yeah.
to be honest.
I mean, that was just from one single cannon card connecting.
It was a spectacular push there with the Lava Hound, but now he's still behind.
Yeah. I mean, 1800 damage, or HP rather, remaining on that tower, and not really much being gained from those remaining troops that are alive. So, like, is behind, like, one
Cannon
elixir.
card once again.
There's another cannon card.
He's not gonna do anything about the cannon card.
Is the hit speed really slower, or is it just... I think the speed is slower, not the hit speed is slower. It's just dry. I wasn't aware. I
That
thought
tower.
they nerfed the hit speed.
Kefron is going for the 3 crown.
But they just changed it from... Oh, I wasn't aware of that. They just changed it from, like, driving fast to driving, like, moderate. Not slow, but moderate. And I think that might even be a buff.
Oh, beautiful
Oh
clone
my
once
gosh.
again.
Okay.
And also beautiful E-Wiz.
Clutch E-Wiz there coming in. And look at the lineup from the Magic Archer there. That was just perfect. Hitting 3 units
There's
all
the
at the
E-barbs
same
again.
time. As it's time for the E-Barbs.
Time
Ring
for
the
some
bell.
E-Barbs.
As yeah, there's the Heal Spirit also coming in there.
That
He
seems
wants
to be
ve-
Solak's new favorite card, the E-Barbs.
I mean, they just look very, very strong.
And
This is
it's
essentially a
already
bridge
8
span
seconds
deck
left.
here. Tonight
Kefran
I will
trying
certainly take
another
some
clone.
pictures of those decks. That's just gonna be a 3 crown here, together with the
Wow.
bell. Solak getting that 3rd crown to his name and his 2nd win of the series.
Dirty with the 3 crown.
Just stop it.
No, it's okay. I love 3 crowns.
Get some help, like when you're playing E-bars.
No,
that is.
that's good.
I think though that might be a buff to the cannon card actually, because it still has its high DPS. It can still fire like over the river quite well.
The interesting
and
thing
has a
here
lot of
really is,
range.
why did Kefran never try to stop the cannon card?
I'm not sure.
Just
Maybe he
let it go.
Maybe he was of the same impression that I was, that its hit speed got nerfed and not its drive speed.
I think he was just too confident that he was 3 crown. He would 3 crown with the clone, and that didn't
but
work.
I mean, but like just do the math. It's like you give away a free tower.
Here's the game stats.
To a 5
You
elixir.
can make a copy of the
I will.
E-barbs now. But
will
I have
do
to
that.
warn you here, the E-barbs may not work that well on ladder.
I think they will. I think they will.
I think like cards like Skarmy are stronger on ladder. So
you like
easier to defend the E-barbs on ladder usually. That was always
think
the
so?
case.
I mean, you just use a log and you're Gucci.
Yeah, but
Or
also
is
with
that-
other cards. E-barbs are really strong at tourney standard, but higher up there's many good alternatives to counter them.
Like what would you
So,
use? in
but
this
yeah,
game?
I'm curious. Try it.
Yeah,
And
I
then-
will.
But don't come crying to me afterward.
But I mean, this is exactly what we like teased to on Monday, where they could just replace essentially the P.E.K.K.A. in like a P.E.K.K.A. bridge spam deck, because they are still quite fast. They do get to the tower faster. They have more DPS than a P.E.K.K.A.
And we're going to the 3rd game, my friend.
And if you're connecting there, you just get a whole lot of damage. We didn't even mention the bans. It's actually the balloon being banned out by Solak and Kefran banning out the Royal Giant here. And I mean, Royal Giant kind of got... The Royal Giant deck also kind of got nerfed.
The
like
Ghost is also in
two-
the deck here.
In 2
Pink
ways.
Tower activated.
Yeah. I mean, Royal Giant, the Giant Skelly got nerfed, which was a core part, especially on defense. And yeah.
Now Solak is pumping.
Yeah.
It was pumping.
Fantastic lightning there coming down from Kefran.
Maybe he's trying the 3 Musketeers now.
I think so.
Could
I think
be.
so. But I think Kefran is running a golem deck here.
He's currently not running anything.
Just, yeah, wants to build up a push here.
As the
Night
next
Witch
Ghost.
being deployed. Will we see the golem already come down
it
here?
is.
Yes, it is. Wearing a beautiful shiny crown.
There they
as-
are, the 3 Muskies, long
Yeah.
no see.
Oh my gosh, look at
It's
that.
Beautiful to see you again in the arena,
Yeah.
3 Musketeers.
And I also had another thing confirmed that I was wondering about, whether the newly reworked bomber would die to a barb barrel, and it does
Now
not.
the
And look
ghost.
at this push
Uh-oh.
now. That's a Royal Ghost backed up by 3 Musketeers, and that's gonna be a lot
That
of
was a
damage
good
on that
push.
right-hand side.
And the mini P.E.K.K.A. Nice
Oh, it just gets
kiting.
kited over. Like the deck I've seen also from Touchim. I checked him out before tonight's match. He was playing a deck quite similarly looking to this one.
Then Solak is pumping.
Yeah, this time behind the opposite tower. If you know your opponent has something like that lightning that can just take it out.
Now the E-barbs
Good answer.
again.
And it's E-barbs once again.
But the bomber, of course, is a good counter
Yeah.
here to the E-barbs.
But it does get taken out there by that hit. It's kind of like a princess now, I feel. Just with shorter range, essentially, as there's another heal spirit now coming
Ghost
in.
getting healed a little bit.
Golemites
the next
are
round
on
of
the
E-barbs.
tower, and now it's gonna get tough here for Kefran.
Look at the E-barbs, the bomber.
Yeah, Solak is pumping,
Look
pumping,
at the bomber
pumping.
is doing such a great job against the E-barbs.
Oh, and there's another round of Musketeers now coming down.
Oh, that
Fantastic
lightning, that must have hurt.
Yeah, lightning, a fantastic answer, of course.
That was a
to
3
those
elixir
Musketeers.
win in 1 lightning.
Yep. That's exactly how that goes. But now the lightning is out of cycle, and that means Solak can just pump up again. Second pump there being deployed. Pump.
Another round of E-barbs. They're so good at destroying tanks now.
Look at this though. The DPS coming out from those E-barbs is just incredible. Very nice tornado there though to help out the bomber, taking out basically the entirety of a potential counter push here. And even the Royal Ghost here will float over the river and get another hit. The lightning is not in cycle as the golem is deployed there.
Again, lightning.
Now has to use it here. It's not available now for the E-barbs. It's not a log bait deck that Solak is running. It's a lightning bait deck, ladies and gentlemen.
It's actually like the Battle Ram 3 Musketeer deck, but just with 2 E-barbs, no ram.
And there is the Heal Spirit. Gets quite a bit of value here. Another round
now
of
he's pushing again. Actually, Kefran is in the lead.
This could get tight though on the right hand side.
You may not have noticed, but Kefran is still in the lead.
Yeah, so now the lightning on the left hand side. Will he get punished? Does have the bomber.
Look at the bomber.
Oh
the bomber is so good.
So effective though. But look at the E-barb. It does connect. There's another barbarian. The Royal Ghost does make it nearly to the tower. Takes out the bomber there as well.
The bomber cycles.
Mini P.E.K.K.A is there to the rescue. Fantastic defense here coming out from Kefran. There's now another golem that's being deployed. Fantastic.
Nice tornado, but no bomber to support the pull.
Not this time at least.
But there it is. Bomber once again. Golem doesn't make its way to the tower.
It's like they did that intentionally, buffing the bomber while buffing the E-barbs.
And we're gonna see the tiebreaker. Maybe Kefran can play one more lightning on the tower.
Yeah, there it is.
Go.
Does come down, and that means Solak does go down in the third game here. And we're not out the woods here for this match. Kefran taking it here with fantastic lightning.
2-1 after this match here.
Yep.
Basically, at the very end there, a little mistake. He placed the 3 Musketeers close to the tower, which actually enables the opponent to get that last lightning on the tower. He may have played it anyways,
the problem was that the tower wasn't any lower already, because what you can usually do is just deploying something that has more health than your Princess Tower, and then they will just absorb the lightning. Then it could have been a decent play, but he was still behind like 3 damage.
Yeah, and also Solak
he had no direct damage. So.
He did not run any spell in the deck or anything. That basically cost him the match here. He had no way to attack besides the E-barbs and the ghost.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you could see there in the end when Solak really went in for another big push, how clutch the activated King Tower came in. Because if you have the tornado, you can just like pull things to the middle of the arena, use the golem to tank it up, and then you have essentially 3 towers firing away at those units. And while the E-barbs might be very, very scary to deal with because they offer such high DPS and are quite a fast unit.
Here's the stats. We see actually that Solak played more troops, but only 2 more troops, but 3 buildings. A little bit more spells. And he actually leaked less elixir. So it comes down to really Kefran having that lightning in the deck. And the bomber. I mean, the bomber and tornado, they are such a good team. Actually, here the card is wrong, by the way. It still shows 3 elixir on the bomber. That hasn't been updated yet, apparently.
True that. We'll have to update
so
that
it's only 5 elixir to play a tornado and a bomber.
Yeah.
Which is really cheap.
That's
and
really
cheap.
A
lot of damage to the E-barbs and the ghost if it pulls them all together. There's so much damage done by this combo.
I mean, usually those AoE kind of damaging units are quite like kept a little bit on the weaker side because they can get so prevalent as we're heading into game number 4 here. I mean, look at Icewiz. Icewiz is at 3 elixir, and that seems quite fair. It does also have the advantage of hitting air unit, but it does not do that much damage really. You have to really make use of it. And then the baby dragon, like the classical case that has been nerfed like what feels like 24 times in the past two years, just because it's been so popular all the time. And yeah, they always combo so well with a tornado. Now you have that
Another
bomber and
goblin
only
barrel.
2 elixir, and what is that
No
goblin
hit.
barrel, Kefron?
No hit.
That
Dark Prince just destroyed it.
was
easily.
an interesting one. Like even if that was a good placement, they're not splitting it up. It was
Prince.
too far away from the tower actually to
One
do
barb.
anything.
No, it's not an E-barb. He thought he's an E-barb, but he was.
Yeah, no E-warp this time. That's a good placement there though of that goblin cage. You have to play it quite far back in order to actually bait the blaster or kobold over the bridge, because if you just play it like in the usual spot, it just gets
The
taken out.
barrels, the double barrel.
It's a double barrel here.
But I mean, the Dark
again,
Prince is just so good against double barrel.
Yeah, and I don't really get Kefron here with his goblin barrel placements. I mean, probably he does assume that he has the tornado and he can get an activation off of
And the
using
barbs
that.
on the tower. It's not an E-barb, still doing damage.
Yeah, maybe he wanted to like prevent a king tower activation with like the goblin barrel, but throwing away 3 elixir just like that, if you know he has the dark prince, is
Yeah, but
I'm
now
not
the king
quite
tower is
convinced.
activated anyway, so
Yeah.
that didn't really work.
Makes it a lot harder here for Kefron's
Lightning.
deck to push through. Great lightning there.
That's revenge.
Yeah.
Served really cold. Like he suffered lightning before, now he's
And
playing.
again, he does not split them up. Decides to just go for one corner there of that tower.
I wonder if we're gonna see more E-barbs in the coming matches.
I think so. I think so. This time he plays it to the front. Does get taken out by the barb barrel there. That's the usual answer that we
the
see.
next barbarian.
And there it is.
Oh,
what a beautiful card. Yeah, I think this deck though now with the this deck was not touched like at all. The E Giant deck, just like striving.
And he has the Inferno
yeah,
Tower
there's-
against E-Giant, which is unfortunate, of course.
Because you have that double reset. Essentially, a little bit of a mistake there, I think, from Solak activating the King Tower with that tornado placement. But nevertheless, he does get the right tower to about
Are you still
800
playing
HP.
the E-Giant?
Yes, pretty much only. Like 80% of my games are E-Giant. It's just such a well-rounded deck, I feel, at the moment, and it's very fun to play. Gotta be honest. You have
There's
so
the
many
Ice Wizard.
there's so
freezing
many
the
tools
tower.
at your disposal, and I just still think that
And another lightning.
yeah, lightning is just one of those spells that's so incredible.
Yeah, all he needs, I think, is one more lightning.
Yep. That should seal the deal here for Solak. Kefron knows. Yeah, there are
He's not giving up though.
there are brighter perspectives to have when you're playing a match of Clash Royale than to wait
the
for that
lightning.
lightning to come down. Zeus
And
striking
with that
down.
lightning and the very dirty E-barb deck, Solak wins the first match.
Solak striking down from the heavens and destroying
The
whatever
E-barbs strike back.
Well, no E-barbs this time, but
After
he struck
years.
down his hopes at least at making it to another win here. But Kefron, he will have another chance actually in the next game to come.
After years of neglections, finally the E-barbs make their big comeback into the arena. Hated by many, beloved by nobody. But they are back.
Not beloved by you, by nobody.
No.
True that.
So-
and, yeah.
So I'm really curious if that proves to be the thing now, the E-barbs. I feel like that could be a huge outcry in the Clash Royale community once again. It
I
has
feel
been
like it.
basically since they came out.
Yeah, but that's the thing, and I think that's the thing that will happen. Everyone's gonna be annoyed by like E-barbs, and probably at some point I could also see E-Golem, the Elixir Golem, coming back into the meta quite strong. It does seem like it. I'm curious whether we're gonna see any of it tonight. And then all the players are just like outraged by like, oh, nerf E-Barbs, nerf the Heal Spirit is also too strong now.
The game
again.
is dead, that's what they're gonna say.
And the E-Golem also. And in the same time, it's like, in the back, it's like the E-Giant being like, can't touch this. And all the E-Giant players are just happy little troopers, enjoying that their deck is still super strong.
I feel like the E-Giant will also get a nerf soon.
You think so?
By the way, do you know why they ended balance changes every month?
I don't know, no.
They started this once and then after like 2 or 3 months or so they stopped.
I think it was largely due to what happened like a year ago, I think, with the Executioner and the Witch rework that kind of went south, or like we discussed it on Monday, like after the stream, where they did that, which was essentially fantastic, but the players just like revolted against having their favorite cards changed up in such a big way, and then also
manner.
Yeah, and then I think Supercell also kind of conceding to that pressure instead of just like being like, okay, look, we have the statistic, we can have a look at it, we will adapt the cards as we see fit, but we're gonna keep them in that changed state and then just work from there. But instead they decided to like revert them. And I feel like ever since that point, they have been quite timid when it comes to making significant changes, which is why I like these set of changes that we've just seen so much more, especially with like the Bomber. You said like Bomber plus Tornado now being 5 Elixir only and doing such an incredible job at dealing with AoE troops. Just seems like an ambitious change, but I think for the better, because it just shakes up the meta altogether.
So with that being said, we head into the break and we'll be right back after break.
After bake?
After
getting
baking the
baked.
break.
Okay.
So don't leave, get some food, get some drinks, and be back for more E-Barb plays after the break?
Question mark?
Chilling in my room, who be shaking it like the twerk team. Ladies, show me where them curves be. Curious, I'm not pervy. Honestly, you and your best friend could go and develop a new twerk scene. Got the army with me like Xerxes. Army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. Understand you can't hurt me. I got the army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. I got a couple thickies chilling in my room, who be shaking it like the twerk team. Surrounded by wet chicks, passing that sticky, we smoking that Vestas. Yeah, God, you know we do it. One showing off, yo, we come to cruise ship. Yeah, it's that A6M. I see you hate, but you rating them. Don't make sense like paying with card. Who do you know that's slaying this hard? Beats be banging, we making discard. Have your girlfriend run straight to my yard and have her up in my bed. Yup, 20 minutes, I'm dead. I tell her, okay, leave. No Snapchat or back chat, please. What color is your backpack? Yep, green. Tell your boyfriend he's a whack twat G. Shake it.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Sie sind am Zug. Wechseln Sie jetzt Ihr Internet zu Swisscom und wir schenken Ihnen ein Jahr lang das beliebteste TV der Schweiz und Netflix. Aber nur bis am 5. April.
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Psst. Rejoignez maintenant Swisscom pour votre accès Internet et nous vous offrons pendant toute une année la TV préférée de Suisse et Netflix. Mais seulement jusqu'au 5 avril.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
And welcome back once again here to the Swisscom Hero League powered by ESL. We're into a new balance patch here, and together with my dear friend Chief Avalon and myself, Don Rigoni, we are gonna lead you through this evening. And so far it seems to be quite an exciting one here. Only one match.
The first
done,
round was really exciting with those E-Barbs showing up, they're back. Yeah, as I said, nobody wanted them, nobody liked them, but still, they're back as
we
fresh
didn't ask
as
for
ever
it.
before.
we got them anyway. But I could, like we talked about it, like also with E-Giant that now could potentially be very, very strong. The E-Barbs could actually, so this would maybe like invalidate the need for a nerf to the E-Giant, because the E-Barbs are pretty good against it, I'd imagine.
Aren't they going too close against him?
I mean, they do get sapped, but I think they will still survive, and they would take him down quite fast, I'd imagine.
If they get to hit him.
Because the E-Giant does not have the biggest health pool. His strengths are really in that sap damage. But before delving more into the ifs and buts and whatnot, we're gonna have a look at the next matchup that's coming up now, being Dutchim against Kefron. Dutchim, the runner-up of last season, and yeah,
Dutchim, one of our favorites, definitely in for a title. Even though start of this season so far he didn't live up to his full potential yet. No comparison actually to last season, where he basically beat everyone.
Probably too much playing Freeze and Clone. Or definitely Freeze in his case.
I don't think that's the case. I feel like he was in the grand final last time and He won everything except the grand final. I feel like that was a bit disappointing, and that may be the reason why he maybe didn't practice as much.
Yeah.
We don't know. We
Or he
gotta
was
ask
just a
him. We're
little disheartened.
just assuming here, but that could be the case. But now he's warmed up, and yeah, I'm curious.
Ready to strike back, and in a meta that is a little more chaotic, I think a player like Dodgem especially thrives, because he really is one to come up with very creative decks.
He loves to build his own deck.
Exactly, and to like take popular decks and then adapt them so they essentially counter themselves, because you'd expect like your opponent to like play the same, or just he's very good at taking a look at the meta and then come up with strategies that that do well against it. And
yeah, but then also tonight everything's like open because the meta is new. We don't really know. Every win is up for grab
let's
tonight.
Find out and jump into game here as we see Dodgem for once here on the left, banning out the balloon and the Royal Chime being banned out
I
by
like
Kefron.
the new style that Dodgem shows here.
Yeah.
Apparently he's a Dragon Balls aficionado.
Yeah, the Dragon Ball Z sweater there being rocked by him. I like it too. And yeah, there's the first new card that we're gonna see. The Mother Witch coming in here, and it's just still fireball.
Easily fireballed, no little hawks.
Yep, and the poor little Zappies, they also
no hawks,
do
no
fall.
chill.
Also do fall, and yeah,
actually it should be no hawks, no grill. You rather chill.
Oh my, but there are the E-Barbs.
E-Barbs again.
For
but I mean, those
here.
E-Barbs, they have style. They have a golden helmet.
Yeah, they have some swag.
That's really cool. Swaggy.
As there
Even
are
though
the
they're going
Zappies
down.
doing a fantastic job here on the defense against that Goblin Brawler, and that Flying Machine will also get zapped and does go down.
There's the
Dodgem now
Hawks.
with an Elixir lead. Is the fireball back in cycle? It is.
Yeah, but still
And it
some
does
of the
take
little
them out.
bacon dash their little heads into the tower.
Bit of a misplay or misjudgment there by Kefron, deploying the E-Spirit at the bridge and only hitting the one remaining Zappies instead of the 3 bacons. And the Elixir lead now actually quite significant here. About 3 Elixir lead here for Dodgem. Can play the Mother Witch now, as there is some bacon of his own, and the Mega Knight says
The Mega
no.
Knight is a great counter.
That's just not the position you want to be in. Like Mega Knight in the arena
Mega
right
Knight.
now, so much elixir down.
Yeah, the recruits though are a really good counter here against the Mega Knight. Poor guy.
Flying Machine though doing a good job of securing his
Flying
own
Machine.
defenses.
Again, Flying Machine is a great defense.
Yeah,
I mean, Dodgem, as we promised.
there's more bacon, and
he
there's
has
the fireball.
He has a really
Once
interesting
again.
deck here with
my
the
gosh.
Hawks, with the E-Barbs, with the Mega Knight, the Witch. This is really a deck you cannot predict.
Yeah, and now finally we see that first Hawk here being spawned.
Yeah, one.
You just need to play her 3 times, and then you finally
One
get
little
the
Hawk.
chance to get one of those Hawks.
There's
and then
another
she just
one.
dies. Good tanking there though, keeping everything nicely back there for the
There's
Flying Machine to keep
E-Barbs.
shooting away at it.
Yeah, but those E-Barbs, they're just gonna rush into the recruits. That's gonna be
and there's another
really
fantastic
difficult.
fireball there coming down.
No damage done by the E-Barbs.
Nobody deals any damage to each other, I feel like.
Yeah, the little piglets there on the tower now.
Oh, but now no
Uh-oh.
fireball here on
Dodgem.
defense. Dodgem already
A little
throwing
bit
out the good
surprised.
game here, 350. Yeah, that's going to be the first game here over to Kefron. He will take
Wow,
it.
Kefron takes the first hit here on the tower and
Bit
taking
over
the
eager,
lead.
bit over eager on the trigger there with the fireball on offense by Dodgem, and therefore he could not defend.
Yeah, he
against
was
the
basically
ambush.
surprised by those Royal Hawks where
Yeah,
he was
see
not
this one.
ready.
Fireballing the
That
Royal
offensive
recruits.
fireball there was basically the problem because he didn't have it for the Hawks.
Yeah, and
So-
then he also had to use the bar barrel on the right side to stop those Royal recruits. Dodge him, dodge him, dodge him. That was too greedy.
Too greedy. It
I'm
didn't
actually
even
not sure
help.
whether the bans are
It didn't even help
properly
because
adapted, because they're still the same from last game, or whether that's just coincidence.
Yeah, and the problem is the fireball did not really help because the E-bars were dead already when he fireballed. So it was really a waste. That was an unnecessary mistake he made there. The game may go otherwise if that didn't happen. And then, yeah, he saw it immediately when he said good game. He saw it that there's no coming back from that.
But overall, I like the deck choices here. We'll have to take another picture for the collection.
I'm not sure this works, to be honest.
I like the concept of it. I think you have to refine it and really play to your odds, kind of. I mean, generally the idea is not too bad there. What I think is the problem kind of with Mother Witch is like she only does single target and to spawn those hawks, but like to get full value out of her ability, you want a lot of units, but not too many, because she does not deal AoE damage. So I mean, she does have a faster attack speed now, but something like a Skarmy, I guess, would still cause her trouble. But then again, like if you add AoE into it, you just kill the units really fast, and there's not enough material anymore to spawn the hawks, essentially. So I'm still not like sure on the Mother Witch what's like her niche function or how to. I think people have not figured out her properly yet.
The idea of her is to play her against swarms, because that would really punish using swarms.
Yeah.
The problem though is that she's going down like really fast.
Yeah.
So
I'm like,
often she does not even really have a chance to create those big swarms out of swarms.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
She doesn't live up to the expectation.
This also means that she's pretty meta dependent. If certain cards are just like not being run, she gets essentially less value, and then that would mean she's just she sees fewer play essentially.
Yeah, she needs a little bit more health so that she has a better chance to actually create pigs from the swarms.
Okay, it's gonna be the same deck by the look of it.
There she is. There we see exactly the problem I mentioned. She's not even going for the swarm, and she creates only one pig, and then she's gone. So she's not strong enough actually, and maybe you could fix her in a way that she actually targets small units, that she targets swarms instead of the tanks. And that would make her really strong.
That would be pretty new mechanic, but I think could have definitely potential here. As there's another. Oh, that was a fast snowball there, coming down.
Yeah, you could change her that she always goes for the weakest unit.
Yeah. Because
that would create a lot of pigs.
But that would be like the first unit that does that. As this time it is going to be the hog, the hog rider here for and now she gets a lot of value. If she can do that, she is very strong.
Also really weak.
Yeah, and look at this though. She just fires away at so many of those units, and there's another pig and another pig. Now she got a lot of pigs, and they deal quite a bit of damage here.
Yeah, but they're doing so little damage, those pigs.
But nevertheless, like that was more than 1,000 damage here just by that push. I mean, he correctly anticipated not the hog rider, the ram rider. He was like using the ram rider to bait out the Skarmy, and then was like, okay, I know the Skarmy is coming now, so I can just use the Mother Witch.
And Sparky going against the Mega Knight. Beautiful Mega Knight giant play here.
Yeah. And now does not get as much. Oh my gosh, that hurt. That must have hurt.
And Sparky gonna destroy the tower here.
That's
there you go.
Tower.
There was the shot, and the tower is down. Beautiful Sparky play here by Kefran.
That just hurt me, like my heart.
It comes as a surprise here how strong Kefran starts against Dachim.
Yeah, I mean that's a 2-0 here already for him. There's no way on earth.
There's the E-Barbs, and the Spark is in the wrong lane for the E-Barbs.
Yeah, and it just plays.
But it's over anyways.
Giant there to stall for time. There
3
are
seconds.
also still lacking kind of that fast spell, I feel.
Wow, Dachim, they're really surprised here with that push with the Sparky and the Giant unstoppable.
I mean, you could see it there. Dachim, he intentionally played the E-Barbs very far back, so this exactly would not happen, but then the Sparky does connect onto them, and together with the arrows and the zap, that just eliminates everything that he had to throw at him.
Yeah, the problem also is Dachim's deck is like really expensive, it seems.
It is, and it does not have that fast reaction. You know, you're really lacking that fast reaction to like a swarm troop. That's the thing I like dislike when you have Snowball against something like the Skarmy, because you're just not fast enough. You really have that's what
photos again. So there's really no way to respond quickly here.
Yeah, that's the thing.
The attack. I mean, how do you take out the Giant Sparky? It's really difficult. If you attack the Giant with the E-Barb, Sparky will take him out. If you use the Mega Knight, that's what he did. Sparky will take him out.
I think
so
here
really
the log would just be better instead of the Snowball, or like the Barb Battle again. So
yeah,
or
maybe
you
one
have
of
that
them.
answer.
Maybe the Ram Rider or the Mega Knight. One of them is just one too many here. Too many tanks.
I mean, the concept of it can function like rather. I like the approach here of like adding something like the Ram Rider. You could also use Hog Rider, I think, and then with that, like you have like the pressure unit that your opponent then often responds to with like a swarm troop, for example the Skarmy, and then that's the opportunity for the Mother Witch really to shine. Then you like set up a bit of a tank unit in front of it, you like bait out something like a Skarmy or a Goblin Gang or whatever, and then you get value off with the Mother Witch. And then just spawn those hawks, and like with the push kind of building from the river, you then essentially are eventually able to overwhelm your opponent.
In theory, that sounds all interesting. I still feel like the witch is not strong enough. Either she needs more health, or the hawks need more health.
Yeah.
Or she needs a new mechanic where she actually targets small units or something like that.
Yeah.
Because she's too easily distracted. You've seen it in that play. She's going for the Giant and she just gets shot by the Sparky. No value, basically.
Yeah.
And for that, she's just too expensive.
And there we are back into game number 3 here. Already match point for the side of Kefron. This would mean next win here, and
this would mean one of the fastest wins, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's of course not over yet.
I mean, talking about playoffs, the top 6 players, they will have another chance here, and we already established today that Bodechef for sure will be in last place. So there's only like one more player that will drop out of the runnings. So
Dachim, just let him win the first 2 matches probably. And now he's gonna fire up the engine and come back stronger than ever before.
Question is, can he do it here?
That's apparently the plan.
Will he run the E-Barbs again? It looks like he's
the
back
bowler.
to his
Our
splash
beautiful
yard.
friend, the bowler. Did you know, or do you remember that Dachim always played really strong with the bowler?
Yeah, his splash, classic kind of splash yard.
I love the bowler.
It's very strong looking. I think Bowler, while still having quite niche play, is a very cool card in and of itself. But here we see one of the weaknesses displayed. Its health bar is just not the biggest.
There's the bomber. The cheapy bomber.
Cheapy bomber here coming in. Oh, that's mean by the baby dragon.
Yeah,
that it just targets it.
Turning to the bomber.
Yeah.
So you see, the mechanic is already there, where the unit goes for the weakest unit, not for the tank.
Just take it out.
It happens a lot, actually.
That would be a very different approach, actually, because currently there's no card in the game that does that, really.
There's something similar in the Lightning, where the Lightning will go for the most healthy unit.
True. It's the other way around. That's very true. As there is the graveyard that's now being deployed, and the bomber is there to answer.
Yeah, bomber is just too strong now. It's crazy.
Bomber could also be like a great...
bomber just destroys graveyard now.
Yeah, I mean, it has a lot of range. It has quite fast attack speed. It does AoE damage. And it's only 2 elixirs, so a very, very solid choice against that deck. As Kefron is using the Golem once again.
Golem
here.
was not so successful so far in the league, but maybe it's
I
up
mean,
for a change
They
now.
can't be knocked back here, and there's a lot of those
Lightning,
flying units.
beautiful.
Lightning does come down. Fantastic play here. Pulling the Inferno Dragon to the other lane.
Then he has the freeze.
Defensive freeze, but that will not be enough. He at least prevents the
All
death damage
those units
onto
on the tower. Heavy
he will just
forces
die.
smashing into the tower here. Dutch
Ladies
already
and gents,
called it
this
good
is just
game.
going to be the clean sweep here. Coming out from Kefron right as the tower is about to conclude. And our last
there's
approach
the
there.
lightning. Wow, that was a fast one for Kefran. Wow.
Kefron coming out swinging here just for a clean 3-0. Just running Dutchim over essentially.
Oh my goodness,
What a display.
Kefran.
That was, whew, that was hot. Yeah, so strong here. I mean, he has all the air units, and those just can't be touched by the bowler. He cannot knock back the golem, and then he just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing.
I mean, that tornado that just pulls
Yeah.
away the Inferno Dragon,
Yeah.
that was so well played.
Also
Perfect.
great that he still kept enough elixir there to defend that Inferno Dragon.
Yeah, that was the
on
moment.
left.
That was the moment when Dachim knew that it's over, and that
Yeah.
Inferno Dragon wasn't there to help defend. He knew it's over.
He had his number
tried to
right from the
defend,
start
but-
and was like, did these three games just seem like Kefron had the upper hand all throughout, like that he kind of out-predicted Dachim and knew what's like coming his way. So fantastic play here from his side. As once again here I will.
It may also be a disadvantage here for Dachim at the moment, because there is this new meta, and Dachim is a player that loves to create his own deck. So he first got to try out things, try out different combinations, and he doesn't yet know what will actually work. So it's a disadvantage actually if during the season the meta changes for Dachim, and that may be something that he struggled with in this match here, because his decks are not rounded yet enough.
That is very true, and that's like the opposite side of the coin essentially, when you are going for those a little bit more out of the ordinary kind of decks that Dachim usually does. I mean, you could also see it here, like the Splash Yard is not really run too much, and especially if then it's oftentimes it's like, yeah, your opponent does not cannot predict you as easily, but it also makes your deck, as you said, it's usually less well-rounded, and there you could see it. What do you do against beatdown? And Dachim's best answer against something like that golem was the Inferno Dragon, and Kefron just had the answer there, and pulling it to the opposite lane and preventing it from connecting.
That was a really good tornado pull.
Yeah.
Yeah, nevertheless, we've seen an exciting match here in round 2 of this evening. We're heading into a very short break. After that, we'll be back with round number 3. We're looking forward to that.
Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What about too hard? Ayy. What about too hard? Ayy. About too hard, yeah. I'm killing your favorite rapper with minimum effort. Yeah, your coach getting severed. The industry dry as a desert. Do whatever it is that you think that you're doing, I'm doing it better. Straight double use, that's my ladder. Don't got no snakes, only ladders, ayy. They tryna figure out what's on our plate. Infinity sideways, we already ate. Skipping this basic, skipping this classes. Stay out of trouble, now I can relate. Nevertheless, I'm doing great. I just finished this thing, ain't no debate. You ain't my dog, you ain't my family, and sure as hell, you're not my mate. Yeah, I take my place at the summit. I can't wait till we counting them hundreds. I cannot lie, I ain't rich, yeah, but when I say my time coming, it's coming. And some of y'all got ahead of me, to be honest, I wasn't even running. But very soon I'ma run it. I demand it, man, I want it. Push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. This is fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What about too hard? Ayy. What about too hard? Ayy. About too hard, ayy. They not gon' like this. Don't like surprises. I cause a crisis. Man, I'm a scientist. With the music, I spice things up to my liking. Man, I want nice things, nice things. That's not an AK, it's a Uzi. I pull up and shoot it to movie. I'm chasing the bag, not a coochie. Cut ties with the fake, now it's Gucci. Word of my niggas from the 0 to 1. You count 6 shots and I count 2 guns. Some people still think I rap just...
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Sie sind am Zug. Wechseln Sie jetzt die Internet zur Swisscom und wir schenken Ihnen ein Jahr lang das beliebteste TV der Schweiz und Netflix. Aber nur bis am 5. April.
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy. Huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Psst. Rejoignez maintenant Swisscom pour votre accès Internet et nous vous offrons pendant toute une année la TV préférée de Suisse et Netflix. Mais seulement jusqu'au 5 avril.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Welcome back once again to match number 3 of the evening. It's gonna be amazing. It's me, Chief Avalon, and my beautiful young friend, still single, Don Rigoni.
That's actually still true.
I just assumed.
Yeah. Wow. Do I look single?
Yeah, I just assumed right. So yeah, it's gonna be amazing this third round here. We're gonna see Dachim again. And it's gonna go against Sailor.
Yeah, exactly.
Sailor, a newcomer in the league since about 2 leagues. He's here. He's had some ups and downs, so it's kind of hard to predict what's gonna happen.
definitely is.
Dachim really a struggle this season.
Yeah, and
know.
especially like Dachim is a player, like I know him personally, but like he's very experienced in the game and he is very creative with his decks. If I had to like name a weakness for him, I think it's his mental game. He's someone who is very emotionally invested in the game and can get very frustrated. By how I know him, at least.
Yeah,
so I'd imagine after a 3-0 loss like that to Kefron, that he's quite struggling a bit. So either he comes out like really strong now and is like, no, I'm not gonna go down like that, and I really want to like show up now and come in big time, or it's gonna be like more of the same, and he will.
It's gonna be very important how the first match goes that he plays now,
and especially
I agree with that perception that you have, that he is can become emotional, especially after 3-0 loss, and if it goes again like this in the first match, he may say, "Wow, this is just very bad meta," and kind of not want to play anymore, and that would be very bad for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
especially against a player like Sailor, who's also kind of known or has shown in the past that he really likes those, I'd say, cheesy decks. You'd probably adore them, but I think that makes it even harder when you're like mentally in not the best or the strongest spot. If your opponent then also like overruns you with something like that, it just makes it even more frustrating.
On the other hand, we also have to say Dachim gained more and more experience every season, and maybe it's not true anymore. Maybe he will surprise us now and be mentally strong as it just started off the evening.
So let's have a closer look here at the match that awaits us here between Dachim and Sailor. Here you can see the two lovely players, and we can see here Sailor is really a guy, or rather Dachim one, that does not usually play too many buildings. I think that is the biggest and most apparent difference that we can see by those stats. Of course, Dachim also one that's kind of known to play the more heavier side of decks. I mean, already like something like a Splash Yard usually is more of a heavy curve, and also we see a lot of Mega Knight come out from him in combination sometimes with like Giant Skelly and Balloons, which are also like all up there. But talking about explosives here, that's Sailor's last deck. No, I don't think so. Like 3 of those cards have been nerfed.
Now that I finally started using the Giant Skelly, and I was really successful with it, and I started to like the Giant Skelly.
I was also kind of frustrated because I just 3-starred it in my collection, because I was like, oh yeah, Giant Skelly is like kind of strong, and then 2 days later the balance change notes do come in.
But you should have known, the moment I start using the Giant Skelly,
that's true.
It will be nerfed.
But you know, I already got the E-barbs at max star level.
Everybody has now. I mean, the E-barbs. They were kind of easy to max.
I did it like for the memes. Like, max, but I also like the star level.
The star level.
So with like the golden, the golden helmets, which do look fantastic. But I originally did it for the memes, where they buffed them for like the first time. I was like, okay, if I'm gonna go toxic, then I'm gonna like really embrace it and go full on toxicity.
You know
mode.
what you have to do to really qualify as an E-barb player?
Use Rage.
What you have to do is play the E-barbs as the very first card at the bridge.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. And use Rage on them.
Yes.
No matter what.
Rage, E-barbs.
Just run it in there.
And that's basically all you do. Whenever you have them, you place them at the bridge.
Yeah.
No thinking about anything.
Splitting.
Not caring
like,
what happens on the map. Never mind. Just always, whenever you have them, spam them.
Yeah. That sounds healthy.
That's good. The typical E-barb player.
Yeah, I think
it's kind of like the Royal Giant player.
And what happens if you like combine them in a deck?
Yeah. Remember when they changed the Royal Giant in the hope that you would have to play it behind the tower to give him more time to build? That never happened.
What did they change about him?
what did they change? Good question. Did they make him more expensive? I'm not sure. Did they make him more expensive? I'm not sure what exactly they did.
I think ever since I started playing it, or playing Clash Royale overall,
but the hopes was
much
that
the
you would
same,
have
I
to
think.
play him behind the tower.
Yeah.
And kind of build a bigger push with the Royal Giant. That never happened.
Yeah, I mean, there are still matchups. Like I play Royal Giant quite a bit. There are definitely matchups where you really want to start him out behind your King Tower.
Your favorite witch has just been fireballed.
It looks like it. I didn't even see before today. I didn't even know that she dies to fireball on level 9 because she is so rarely used. As there are the Zappies again here coming out for Dodgem. Doing a good job here on defense. And it's once again gonna be the Royal Bacon here. Good prediction on that it might be a Mega Knight.
Is on the tower.
Sailor kind of copying the deck here nearly from Dodgem. It looks quite similar, but there is the Inferno Dragon that will do a fantastic job here against that Mega Knight. Mega Knight staying alive, jumping onto that tower and doing a crap ton of damage, if I can be that blunt. And 1200 HP just remaining here on the left-hand tower, and you can see Dodgem there. He was like,
machine.
That really sucked. That hurt. That hurt quite a bit, and it's not gonna get easier here for him. As there's the Mother Witch coming in.
The Mother Witch.
She doesn't spawn.
See, that would be a perfect fit for her to create a lot of hogs, but she's almost dead after that.
Yeah, I mean, she's at 2/3 HP, a little less there even. Oh, that was an interesting barb barrel that even missed the
So where's
there.
the E-barbs?
Okay, it does spawn another little...
We're waiting, there they are.
There we go. Do come in this time, Dodgem.
Dodgem just going like, well, you all play E-barbs. So
we see another fireball here. At least that Mega Knight will go down pretty fast here.
Really fast.
And the Sailor, he doesn't really have any spells in this deck. So he'll have a bad time here for this one.
Wow, look at all the small units.
Mother Witch here. That's
and
how
the
she gets
Hawks
value.
on the tower.
That's how she gets value. And then the E-Birds in the opposite lane. Running down that tower.
And
look
they're
at
on the
look
tower.
at the Hogs. Look at them.
That's 2 towers.
And the E-Barbs, just take it down. The E-Barbs are still
2
alive
towers
and
for
well.
one.
There's your 3 crown again, my dude.
Look at that bacon on the tower and those E-barbs. What a crazy 3 crown push. There was nothing Sailor could do against
my gosh.
that massive push there. Crazy.
I hope he goes and takes a shower after this one.
Dodgem, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, he tried different stuff in the previous matches. That didn't work.
He did
so
him dirty.
Now he just goes with the dirty E-barbs and that works.
I think Dodgem just realized, okay, Sailor is not running any spells outside of the barb barrel. So he can just go full out. He doesn't have to be afraid of like fireball or something.
If you can beat them, you play them.
Yeah. I mean, no fireball in the deck there just means no chance here for Sailor to defend any of this. Doesn't have an answer to the flying machine.
Beautiful.
Doesn't have an answer to the Mother Witch.
We love that. We need that.
You really do?
Yes. Beautiful 3 crown wins. That's what we want and
True
need.
That. But is
and
it
love.
okay? Like, is it okay in this way? In this fashion? Okay. Okay.
I mean,
I mean, you have to live with that statement, not me.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he can defend if he can.
Yeah. I mean,
but he can.
Absolutely.
Actually, he did have Mega Knight to try to defend against the Hawks.
Yeah, but it's like, it's 1 Mega Knight for 7 bloody elixir.
Yeah, the mistake was made when he countered the Mega Knight with his Mega Knight, and that was basically his only weapon against the Hawks. And so, yeah he was doomed. At that moment, it was over.
And just also like not running a second spell in that deck seems kind of strange to me. Just adding in something like a fireball in there, but instead he has like the Goblin Gang. So it's like I'm not sure.
And we said it before. That was first win for Dodgem. So all that talk about mentally not being ready was wrong.
Well, I don't think it was completely wrong.
Just
to
disproved
be fair.
it.
because he seemed quite annoyed. Let's just put it like that.
No, that's just because he won very quickly.
After the first push.
Push.
Let's head into the game here. Once again.
No, he really proved a strong match there. Yeah. I love how his face cam is somehow waiting and then all of a sudden plays the frames all together, which makes him move really fast.
Dutchim just does not want to play against Balloon, it seems, even though it was nerfed.
And Graveyard
Sailor banning out the Graveyard also seems like a very reasonable choice here, especially against a player like Dutchim, who has shown that he's more than willing to play.
Nice fireball.
Play that one. Now, no fireball for this flying machine here.
And Dutchim is on the tower again.
Hitting that tower there for a bit of chip damage as well.
Bye-bye, flying machine.
There's the Ram Rider now coming down.
She dead. She dead and gone.
She not dead.
She dead.
She's still there.
Ram Rider dead. She dead.
Now she dead.
Royal Giant. Yeah, see, now Dutchim, he plays all the dirty but fun stuff. E-Barbs, Royal Giant.
Dirty but fun.
Merciless.
Ooh. Oh, it does survive, enabling another hit there. He even has to invest the Royal Recruits there on defense, Sailor that is, to hold
that gets Sailor thinking
hit.
What he got himself into here.
Yeah. Oh, there's even a Lumberjack. Interesting variation here coming out from Dutchim. That's like that's more of what we like praising
the baby
for.
dragon here, jacket of all trades, defending both lanes.
Yeah, coming in there against the flying machine. Does only get to spit on it 2 times.
The dying machine. Let's call it the dying machine.
Oh my.
See, it's just going down like nothing.
Some boomer humor tonight.
And Dutchim's ready for the next push. Look at that beautiful fireball.
Good hawk spawn there though. Oh, that Goblin Brawler does not quite connect onto the
Mr. Bombastic is now on the bridge.
Okay, I like that one though.
Mr. Bombastic trying, but
really
the Lumberjack.
Fantastic indeed.
Lumberjack destroyed him. Now the Royal Recruit, the Dude, the Royal Dude.
There,
and the Ram Rider
does get boosted up by that Rage. But one Ram Rider connection there for the side of Sailor. That flying machine still alive and well.
And there's the next Royal Giant and is raged.
Magic Archer getting quite a bit of damage
and he's on
there.
The tower.
Second hit. That's 2 more fireballs, if I'm not mistaken.
Fireball for defense first. Yeah, he still got to stop the Royal Recruit.
Yeah, but doing a great job here. Baby Dragon plus that Barb Barrel.
And the dying machine on the bridge.
And that Lumberjack will also have no issues whatsoever stopping that Ram Rider.
Only 2 fireballs for Dutchim.
Yeah. Kenny spared
but
them.
not on this side.
Other side. We need to go to the other side.
So Mr. Bombastic going down very quickly once again.
Now I got that song stuck in my head again.
Mr. Boom. Mr. Bomber.
Mr. Bomber coming in hot here indeed. It's quite the kind of fireball bait deck here
Royal
by
Giant.
Sailor. There will be another Rage though onto the
fireball
onto the Royal Giant, and that will just be
the shot.
The 2-0 here for Dutchim. Beautifully played by him.
Shotgun wedding here by the Royal Giant, shooting that Princess Tower. Yeah, you're probably too young for that.
I mean, I know the Red Wedding from Game of Thrones. You might be too old for that one, though.
Okay. In the break, we'll talk about Shotgun Wedding that you apparently don't know.
Yeah,
the song. Does David Bowie ring a bell?
Yes.
Ah, yeah, okay. But not Shotgun Wedding. Okay.
The song. Yeah, but there we could see it again.
Beautiful.
Just beautiful play.
Beautiful play by Dutchim. Mr. Bombastic didn't do a lot actually in this game, which is interesting because it only costs 2 elixir and it would be a good defense. Kind of a bombastic defense.
I don't like the new or like the reworked bomber. It does fulfill. It does also feel it feels good. It does feel good.
It
feels
good.
stronger. But I think it struggles more against decks like the one coming out from Dutchim. It's good with AOE damage, of course. It's really fantastic in that regards. But against the Royal Giant, it's not that good because it offers less damage, and the Royal Giant has quite a big health bar. So
yeah, he's nice.
You like feel the lack of damage coming out. And yeah, not too much spam being run or like swarm on the side of Dutchim. So there, of course, is diminishing return to those.
That's his
Mr.
revenge for you calling him mental.
I didn't call him mental. I said that that's like his mental game is one of his weak points. And for any competitive player who
then
has,
of course I started immediately with some mental coaching, and that paid out.
Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like it. Well done. Well done.
Maybe it's a bad sign though that he switched the lights back on now, Dutchim.
He's not in the dark anymore, and he wants to go for
man
the
in
win
the
here, I
dark.
can imagine. Like after being completely blown out of the
There's
water
the
with
Prince.
a 3-0, what better way there is there to
The
just
guard.
3-0 someone
Oh,
yourself?
the Prince. The Prince is so strong.
Yeah.
This is an incredible card, and it's not been buffed in such a long time.
I mean,
nerfed.
it
I mean.
was nerfed. Yeah, it was buffed a few patches ago, I think.
There's
Back
the
in
barrel.
October or something.
And
our barrel does come
the
down.
dying
Minor
machine.
defense.
In defense, the dying machine is not bad.
We will not do dying machine on this stream. Please no.
Why not? Look,
It's
she dead.
too cringe.
She dead.
It's too cringe. I cannot handle.
Already dead.
I cannot handle dying machine.
There's the Prince again.
I can handle a lot, but not dying machine. As there are the guards
Okay,
who are.
that makes me want to use it even more.
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, you have to get stronger.
It's like with children. If you tell them not to touch the stove, they will definitely touch the stove.
Yes.
Production now also not backing me up on this.
Yes, they approved of dying machine because you have to get stronger.
Yeah, yeah. Is this my kind of therapy that I'm getting now?
You have to become mentally stronger so that you can handle the dying machine.
I have to become mental too.
Payback time.
It appears. So there's the
I'm defending Dutchim here, and he's back in the dark, by the way.
Yeah. Like full focus mode. Turn the lights off. Let's go.
And the
there's
Prince.
three piggies now onto that tower that deal a lot of damage here, and the Firecracker doing a good job here. Firecracker is just, I think, probably one-on-one, probably the best counter to Inferno Dragon, because like it's cheaper, it does more single target damage, and it resets him essentially by itself.
Yeah, you may not have noticed this, but Sailor is actually in the lead in this match.
Yeah. 1400
Piglet is
HP
on
just
the tower.
remaining. I mean, at least Dutchim does have the King Tower activated. I didn't even realize when that happened.
The shiny Prince on his white horse.
Another round of guards there to stop that Prince.
Actually,
It
that
does go
horse is
down.
very small. Did you ever notice that the Prince's horse is very small compared to the Prince? It's more of a pony.
I have to look at it again.
It's a pony.
Look at this horse. This horse is amazing.
It's very small.
Oh yeah, it is very small.
It's a very small horse.
Oh, he does get the connection. The E-Drag is not able to stop him there. 280 HP just remaining there. And another hit. Look at the hogs. Look at the hogs, guys. As there's another hog, and that hog seals the deal here for Sailor as he closes the gap to a 2-1.
That reminds me of season 1 and 2, where Dutchim was always in the lead
and then always lost.
Couldn't win.
I mean,
he was 2-0
we had that too this time. I think he was up 2-0 against Senpai, and I'm not sure whether he also was up against Jesus, but Jesus certainly also just won like with a 3-2. It's definitely the nerves. And
there's the dying machine. It's not
do you mean
so well.
the nerves with like NERV, like with like V or with an F? The nerves of the cards, or
maybe
the nerves
Dutchim
of
was
Dutchim?
nerfed. Maybe he was nerfed.
His nerves were nerfed.
Maybe. No, his nerves are buffed. We've seen that in the first 2 matches. Big buff to Dachim's nerves.
But have they gotten weaker now that he lost the game?
Let's look at the game stats just to get something of value here.
Excuse me?
So he actually did have the Lava Hound. Have you seen the Lava Hound?
Yeah,
in that
once.
game?
Once. Yeah. And they had like a big defense. Like there was a Mother Witch and 2 Firecrackers defending against it.
Yeah.
And I think Mother Witch
was a
buffs
dead Lava
kind
Hound.
of eliminate Lava Hound from the meta. Because you get 6 puppies, right? You get 6 lava puppies, and they all, they're very slow these days. They have to make its way to the tower first before they even do something. So that gives even more time for the Mother Witch to attack them. And you have 6 of them, and they're
Good
quite
old
spread
times
out.
when the puppies were actually really close to the tower. Good old times.
Rip old Lava Hound. As we're in game number 4 here.
Dachim with the buffed nerves. Playing
Buffed
from the
nerves.
bottom.
The nerfed buffs, maybe.
He only needs 1 more win.
Nice defense there.
Baby
But
Dragon.
investing 5 elixir.
Baby Dragon has been played and burned.
Baby Dragon. Do.
And the Prince again. The Prince really the MVP in the previous match. The Prince did so much damage in the previous match.
Very true. But there's the Lumberjack here once again. I think this
Cracker.
might be back to the Royal Giant deck. Potentially, as Firecracker
Did he
doing a
switch
great job on
the
defense.
Mr. Bombastic against the Firecracker? It looks like.
Could be. But that will be the King Tower activation.
Oh.
Still, in my opinion, one of the biggest downsides for the Firecracker. It's just so easy to
Yeah.
activate the King Tower with her.
The King is awake.
Because it doesn't even require a specific card in your deck. Because like with a lot of King Tower activations, you lean like Fisherman, either Fisherman or Tornado. But with the Firecracker, you just need to play 1 troop in that particular spot.
I
where you
feel
could
like
see
the
it.
Royal Giant should really wear shoes.
Okay. Yeah,
Look at him.
I mean,
he has no shoes.
imagine
in the
imagine
battle.
if he
I
had
mean,
if he had shoes there. He could have survived.
It
I think.
feels a little bit cheesy that he's not wearing shoes. I mean, just saying. I mean, who goes to battle without shoes? Come on.
It's true, but I mean, look at the floor. It looks very nice and clean, and I think it might even be tiled. You know, it's
But
like
maybe
a
that's
kitchen,
why he
it's like a
doesn't-
kitchen floor.
Yeah,
Maybe they even have
that's-
floor heating.
That's why he doesn't need the poison spell.
I mean,
Just took off the shoes. That's enough. There he
It's
is.
like
Look at him, barefooted.
yeah. It's there once again.
He's got a golden cannon, but no shoes. Come on.
I mean, you know, if you like, he was like online shopping, and he really wanted that golden cannon.
Maybe they
and
didn't
then,
have his size of shoes.
Yeah. Or he just spent all his money on the golden cannon.
Probably.
So now he doesn't have any left for the shoes. So
Yeah, the little crackhead shooting the tower once.
okay,
Firecracker.
fire crackhead. Okay.
No, I disapprove of that one.
Yeah. I also disapprove of dying machine.
Dying machine is not
just
in
to
the
reiterate
game.
that.
Not in the game. No dying machine.
Another Mother Witch there coming in. Another fireball raining down. This
Yeah,
time
that's
no
the
chip
problem
damage.
of the witch. She should not die to fireball.
But
yeah,
I think it's if a 4 elixir cards dies to fireball, I think it's fine, because that's like a 1-for-1 trade.
There's the cracky.
If a more expensive card dies to the fireball, I think that one's problematic. So there's the heal spirit coming down. And
I just can't get over the fact that the prince has a horse that's way too small for him.
I can't, like, that's one of those things, once you've seen it, you can never unsee it, you know?
You can't unsee it.
Yeah.
That poor
like,
pony
it will always
is just
be
too
there.
small.
Does the debuff? Yeah, the debuff wears off there on the baby
Look at
dragon.
that small
Triple
pony.
elixir time.
And he's in full armor on that small horse.
I think it's made even made out of like cloth.
Okay,
It's
Mr.
like
Barefoot?
maybe it's like you know Röstlihu?
No.
Not?
Mr. Barefoot is on the tower.
You don't know Röstlihu?
No, I
You
don't.
were like cassettes, like children's stories.
Oh, I'm not a child anymore. Maybe that's why.
But you have children.
You're way closer.
I think that's kind of, but I'm also like, I might look big, but inside I'm still a child. As
Yeah.
there's just a big back and forth
Yeah,
going on.
You didn't have
currently.
to say that.
I know, but I still wanted to.
From the way you reacted to the dying machine, we could already tell.
Yeah. Lumberjack, they're doing his very best. It's 5 more seconds here for the tiebreaker, and Dutcham is in the lead, and
it's
with
a
1 second
tiebreaker.
remaining,
Dutcham winning, and yeah,
1,000 HP more on that left-hand
look
side.
at Sailor. He's very disappointed. He can't even watch what happened there.
This
very
is like
disappointed.
It's like one of those moments where both of them are trying something new, and they were all like, okay, let's just like throw it back and forth. It seemed very chaotic at times. I mean, Dutcham, he was kind of lucky that he had the baby dragon plus the barb barrel there to defend against these heavy pushes coming in.
It was a strong match for
time and
Dutcham.
time again for Sailor. But in the end, Dutcham did reign supreme, I think.
Yeah, no denying that.
Yeah,
he was really strong.
But I think all his tower damage was from fireballs, because Sailor played so many Mother Witches and other stuff behind his tower, and he just always fireballed.
The Mother Witch is just not good.
we should come up with like your Mother Witch jokes.
And also the no, we can't get those.
We can't do those.
No, we can't do those. Too early for those. Yeah, but the dying machine also disappeared. It's become kind of
useless
weak.
and dies to a fireball.
Yeah, it's become kind
Your
of weak.
Mother Witch.
And the dying machine.
And the dying machine. But the dying machine is not useless.
And the little pony.
And the little pony.
The little pony.
That would actually be funny if you could make the prince fall off his horse. He just stumbles and like the horse just gives out like, oh, this guy is too heavy.
That's actually a really good mechanic. Like with the dark prince that loses the shield first.
He's like tripping
the
over.
The regular prince could just fall off the pony.
And then he just
and then run for the tower.
Yeah. In League of Legends, there's a champion that she also rides a horse, but she then also wears it.
Ah, okay.
It's like her armor and her horse at the same time. She can like switch stances.
Okay.
And then once it's like her skirt, her robe, and then she wears a horse armor.
Okay.
That's
no, but actually the prince could just when he falls off the horse, he could turn into a knight.
Yeah, or stay a prince.
With a sword.
No, with a lance.
Yeah, but that's so difficult to carry.
True that.
I mean, then he stumbles over the lance and.
yeah, that's kind of true. He just like switches gears and it's like
he could use it like what's that one called when you do this high jump?
Oh, like a vaulting pole.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And just like jumps over the princess tower.
Yeah. See,
jumping over the princess tower,
ideas.
and then attacking the princess tower from behind. You know.
We have all those good ideas here.
Then it would be a rogue because rogues do it from behind.
Well, we don't gonna go into that here.
But what we're gonna do is head into a small little break before we head into the last match of tonight, which will be Jesus against Sailor. And as a small reminder, if Jesus takes this one, he's still in the runnings to take first place once we head into playoffs. It will of course also depend on his result next week. At this point, a small quick reminder, we're not going to be here on Easter Monday. We're going to take a night off then, but we'll be back on next Wednesday. But before that, we have another match coming up after a small little break. Don't go anywhere, we'll see you back any minute.
Fly so high they can't touch us. So top notch, none above us. We done came so far, now we up now. Had a vision, stuck to it, never back down. Never had much, now we own the whole thing. Spread it all around the world, watch it all change. Came alive, now they all see the greatness. Light shine so high they can't take it.
Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel past the point of no return. Something is calling me. It's in the air that I breathe. Bring me back to life again. Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Sie sind am Zug. Wechseln Sie jetzt Ihr Internet zu Swisscom und wir schenken Ihnen ein Jahr lang das beliebteste TV der Schweiz und Netflix. Aber nur bis am 5. April.
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Psst. Rejoignez maintenant Swisscom pour votre accès Internet et nous vous offrons pendant toute une année la TV préférée de Suisse et Netflix. Mais seulement jusqu'au 5 avril.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
And welcome back here to the Swisscom Hero League, powered by ESL, with another night of Clash Royale and your favorite two casters, Chief Avalon and myself in Don Rigoni. We had quite fast games today, and I think that is largely due to the removal of Giant Skeleton from the meta. Essentially,
I thought it was because I like that.
I mean, maybe they were like, okay, we just really
Yeah.
want to please Chief.
We want to please Chief and make fast games.
Yeah,
and
it's
crowns.
probably that the reason.
I
I would
think
have thought
so.
it's maybe because like
The new meta.
because of the new meta, the new buffs and changes, and the removal. Essentially, Supercell kind of murdered the giant skeleton in cold blood. So
Talking of murdered, I have some really bad news. The Mortar has been banned in the next match. Mortar! Mortar's not in the match anymore.
No more.
No
No
Mortar.
more tar.
Mortar. No more Mortar.
No more.
No more Mortar. That has to be like one word, you know. We have to practice. No more Mortar.
Or just no more.
No more Mortar.
No more tar. Get it?
No.
Okay.
No. What's the other card that's been banned?
I'm not sure.
You've been banned. Okay.
I've been banned.
Okay. Yeah. I can understand that. The balloon has been banned.
I mean, not
It's weak
too
anyway.
surprised.
Why ban
I'm
it?
not sure actually whether it's weak. Just the death damage has been nerfed. I mean,
but that's the whole point.
The whole annoyance of balloon is just that if you can stabilize the match and if you can get an elixir advantage and get it to the tower, it still deals an incredible amount of damage. What that change did was essentially just like removing or like kind of nerfing the not play around ability of the balloon, because oftentimes what would happen is you'd stop the balloon but you couldn't like prevent the death damage, and just by chipping away over and over and over you just create a lot of pressure because they always have to invest more into defending it because they cannot afford to take one single hit whatsoever, and then again just you being able to win the match just by chipping with a balloon.
That's been a really complicated explanation for balloon bad.
yeah, exactly.
No.
exactly. That's what TLDR balloon bad.
So, but I promise not to be mean, so I'm not gonna say that anymore.
Yeah. No.
Balloon bad.
We don't bully the
So
balloon.
what has production just said? We're gonna see some stats.
Yeah.
Some fancy
We're gonna
versus screens here. So we have Sailor against Jesus. I mean, Jesus is a sailor too.
Yeah, he kind of looks like it with the mustache and the stripes there with the shirt.
I really like the hat.
Yeah.
The hat really looks like that.
I still can't forget that
you, like,
in the first week
close
I
your
thought,
eyes just a little bit. It looks like that's his hair.
yeah, I can't get over like the fact that I thought in the first week that
that's
it is
his new
hair.
haircut.
Yeah, I mean
that would be a great haircut.
that would have been fantastic.
You have to have such a haircut when you're young, because once you're like a little bit older, it becomes harder to have such a haircut.
I mean, you should try that. You could also let
your
your hair
I could,
yeah.
because actually
your
I have
hair
pretty dense hair.
Yeah, I mean, I get a legit afro if I grow my hair out
Really?
like, on the sides. Yeah, that's also why I keep it short on the sides and just have it
but
long
you have
on top.
that little,
The man bun. Yeah.
the little bun on the head.
Quick teaser for my finals. I will actually be for the finals. I'll actually be casting with my hair open.
Oh, I thought you'd be bold.
No, I prefer not to be.
That would be a really a surprise.
Yeah, especially like in the summer, it's like it can be. It has two sides of it. If you have, like, if you go bold, you're not as hot.
Have you
but
ever been bold?
No, but you can get sunburn on your head.
Yeah, that's
which
painful.
is probably very annoying. I mean, I got a bit of a sunburn going on. Like
Really?
you can't see my arms, but my forehead is a little.
Yeah, now that you say it,
let's call it
I can
tan.
see you're kind of red in the face now. Now I
It's
see
not
it.
from the light or the heat.
Yeah, now I can see it clearly. Yeah, actually that was
I
a
can
problem
see
my father
clearly
used to
now.
have. He always burned the top of his head
The
because he
rain
was
is
bald.
gone.
So, yeah, he always had to wear a cap.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he'd have like your face basically. He'd have a red, a meat cap.
Yeah.
A red
Oh
meat
my.
cap.
Did he go bald like naturally because he lost
Yes.
his hair?
Yes.
Or okay.
But like this this old-fashioned half boldness.
Oh yeah, and then he was just like, okay, I'm gonna shave off everything.
No, he didn't shave. That's
Okay.
not this generation that shaved off everything.
Okay.
He stood to
Yeah,
it and
yeah.
had that semi-boldness.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, I
nowadays
see.
it's just basically everyone who has this semi, I don't know what it's called, semi-boldness.
Yeah,
just
like
shaves everything.
Yeah, like the in German, the Geheimratsecken
Yeah.
that proceed further and further.
Yeah.
It's actually interesting. It seems like we're kind of in the same generation because my dad is also quite bald, but apparently with hair it always skips a generation. So if your grandfather still had full hair, you're very likely to have full hair as well. And it was kind of the same for
Let's go into the match. I once learned, I'm not sure it's true, that the boldness comes from the mother's side.
Mhm.
So if the father of the mother
Yeah.
is not
Yeah.
bold, you're also not going to
Yeah.
be bold.
Yeah.
But I'm not exactly
Yeah.
sure if that's true.
And like my grandfather, he became like 80 years old, even more than that, and he
Yeah.
always had like full hair.
In my case, it's also true. My grandfather from mother's side also had hair till 90.
Yeah.
So
We're good to go. As there's another round of our sweet friends, the E-Barbs. And look at this, only one hit from the Royal Giant for essentially an equal elixir trade. Sailor was up in elixir, but that lead has quickly just depleted here by a very nice use of those E-Barbs. And
the Lambi.
Lambi's
on the tower.
Kablambi. There's
Was on
one
tower.
hit by that barb.
That was well done by the Lambi. The E-Barbs are back. The
Jesus,
Babas.
Jesus looks so relaxed. He's like sipping his tea as well, and he's like, oh yeah, no.
Chill, sipping tea, waiting for the
We
elixir to
Gucci here.
reload. His weekly chill is during those match days.
Yeah, it's like, let's just go easy
Finally,
tonight.
I get to chill this evening a little
Yeah.
bit because
And
I have
look,
to play.
I think this is what makes the cannon card even stronger now, because you can just start cycling it behind the tower right now, and it is naturally a very defensive card because it has high DPS. It also offers that additional like protection with like turning into a building and absorbing a lot of hits. And now that it's slower, it's like more likely to stay on your own side of the river. And it's just essentially offer you more defensibility. Sorry, I'm very amazed by that change.
Yeah, I
think
can
this
feel
is
you're
fantastic.
getting really emotional here about the cannon
I
card.
like cannon card a lot. It's the coolest star level card there is. Honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it turns into a dragon.
Yeah, just talk about it. That may be quite freeing.
I am, as you can tell.
Liberating.
Yeah, it
Just
is very.
talk about it.
I feel liberated already.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thank you for listening.
It's
to me.
also, I mean, that's what it's all about here. Also
Yeah.
some therapeutics for you. And
That's true. That's true.
you can talk about things.
But I don't have to pay you in the end, do I?
Like that you're bothered with the dying machine and...
Stop. Oh, that was a fantastic fireball here coming out from Sailor. She's just playing a bit into that. But now it's
Oh,
just
the bandit.
time to defend here.
Or as some call her, the rogue.
Yeah, do that. Do that.
And
not
the
even a
Royal
single
Giant
hit
doesn't
here.
get one hit. No hit.
No hit. Switzerland, 0 hits.
0 points.
0 hits.
0 points.
This is, of course, this is kind of the weaker aspect of that change to the cannon card. It's not as easy to like sneak
Oh,
it
the
in there.
bandit hit the tower though.
Yeah, and the
so does
magic
the
archer.
Magic archer.
Magic archer, the magic carpture.
The marcher.
Can we call it magic?
Can we call it just marcher and everybody knows
archer.
what it is? The march.
Marcher. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a bit sad.
I mean,
like,
you have to abbreviate everything, otherwise you never develop a nerd language.
yeah, it's true. It's true. It's just not hip if you don't abbreviate.
And by the way, I'm kind of sad because I finished the Big Bang Theory, and so there's no more
Big Bang.
no more series to watch right now.
Have you? You could watch Game of Thrones.
No,
Have you
that's
watched
too cruel.
Then watch Westworld. Westworld is a fantastic series. If you have not seen that, it makes you think, you know. And question a lot of like our perspective in general of the world. It's a very feels very
the
intellectual.
E-barbs.
And there the E-barbs on the left now. Magic Archer there to help them out. Very nicely drawing them over.
Beautiful distraction. So it looks like Sailor is prepared to defend the E-barbs.
Yeah.
No
so
surprise.
much value being gained out of those lumberjacks. And that's going to be quite a bit of damage here on the left. Two mega minions on that tower, plus the baby dragon to help out. That will just go down here.
That
as
is one
we're
tower
in
for
overtime.
Sailor.
Yeah.
Jesus was relaxed, sipping his tea, but in
Too
the
much
end,
chill. Too much chill.
Too much chill. Too much chill.
But no Netflix. I hope.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he is watching Netflix.
Here's the replay.
Yeah. See, that's kind of a weakness also of the E-barbs that I feel like is not talked about too much because they're not vastly popular. It's just the fact that they can be pulled over. They can be pulled over to the opposite side of the river.
We're relearning that again now.
Look at this,
All
they're
the
just
bad
completely
stuff.
undefended on the left there.
We're relearning all the bad stuff now about the E-barbs.
I mean,
they're back.
Supercell makes us.
Yeah.
Watch them like emergency nerf them after 3 days or so.
Yeah.
Be like, no, we reverted it. They're dead now again. I mean,
I was just looking at your red face, you know, the sunburn. Yeah, it's quite impressive. The first day of the year when it's really sunny and you get a sunburn.
At least something I can impress you with.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
a thing.
The
it's
stats.
A thing. But yeah, as I promised, I'd be really nice this season. But the season is coming closer to the closing.
Yeah. Then you won't be nice anymore.
So
you'll just DM me insults.
It just gets harder to not point at the obvious anymore.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I'll just see, you don't even have to, because as you can tell, I'm quite good at burning myself.
Yeah, that's true. You don't have to be burned because you burned already. True that.
That's like my burden. My skin is only available in either ketchup or mayonnaise. There's no brown sauce. There's just it's just those two choices.
Okay. Yeah, but you heard of sun blocker?
Sunscreen.
Sunscreen.
I do. I didn't
recommend that.
Yeah, I usually use that one, but then I'm always like surprised how fast I like it happens.
Yeah, you have to use a high factor, not a 2 or 3.
I just have to use it to begin with.
Yeah. When I was a kid, actually, people were crazy. Like they used stuff that would make them red faster.
What?
Have you heard of that?
No.
Yeah, they used. I don't know. In German, it was called Melchfett.
Okay.
So people use that on the skin, and the effect is that you get red within 30 minutes, and red, like really red.
I don't even need that, and I get red in 15 minutes.
Because people thought it's a good thing if you get red faster, then after that you peel off, and then you're brown.
Really?
People tried desperately to become the brownest possible.
Yeah, I mean there is a German Schlager singer who has like a very nice song, and it's not sexist at all. Like, you know that one? Bis the Brown kriegst the Frown.
No, never heard.
Yeah, I'll show you after the show. It's very cringe factors. Like up
and
there.
then we had those sunscreens with factor 2 or 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Who does that?
And then
you can
that's
use
what we
water
said.
for
That's what people that didn't use sunscreen. That's exactly the reaction typically. Like, what, you using sunscreen? Factor 2? That's crazy.
Yeah, but crazy high. But it's like
yeah. And nowadays it's probably not even available.
It's like 15, 30, or 50.
Yeah.
I use the 50 usually.
But I don't know. Did they just change the numbers or?
No, it is actually a factor, because what the sun. What?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Or
no, it's just really
It is like it's called sunblock factor for a reason,
but
because you can multiply like by the type of your skin. You can every type of skin color like has its own like time, how long it takes until you develop a sunburn, and the sunscreen essentially factors, like multiplies that, so it's a factor, you know.
Yeah.
So if it's
And
2, it just
get
doubles it, and if
15,
it's
20,
and if it's 15,
25.
exactly, then it takes it times 15, and for 30. So if you get like a sunburn in 15 minutes, and you do that
It used to
times
say
30.
on that those sunscreens with factor 2, it used to say they get you extra brown very fast.
Oh man, you truly did live in different times.
That's how it was. It was like it was in. People tried to get really dark quick.
Yeah, but that's not the way. Well, these days people go to like the solarium.
Yeah,
which,
that still
just,
exists.
Yeah, which
I
just
mean,
gives you cancer. I mean,
it's not healthy. And,
no.
and I
or
feel
you
just-
use like browning cream and stuff like
yeah,
that.
people
They're
didn't
also
know that it's not healthy.
Yeah, also like spray tan. I think that's just so funny that exists.
Isn't
Yeah,
that-
essentially you paint yourself.
Yeah, isn't that what makes you orange?
If you, I think if you use too much, or if
Orange
you use
skin.
it, if you
I
apply it
always
the
like the
wrong way.
bodybuilders. They paint their whole body,
Yeah.
but not the face.
But not the face.
That looks so funny.
Yeah, it's like if you dip them in chocolate and held them by the nose.
Yeah. The face is all white and the rest of the body is really brown.
Yeah, and oiled up, like all shiny and stuff.
Yeah.
So we're trying to head back into the game
we
here soon.
digress. A little bit.
Okay, I think, are we already in? They are apparently already in game. There is one running.
Yeah, there is a game running that we don't see.
Yeah. But
yeah, there's a game. Let's go.
We are in game here already. 1 minute is already
Yeah,
down
that's how
on the
times
clock.
change. To finish up this topic, that's how times change. Nowadays, it's really important to always use proper sun protection.
Well, use protection in general, in every aspect of life.
It's healthy.
Using protection?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, whether it's with COVID, whether it's when you're sunbathing, or whether it's during your sexy times. Always use protection.
Sunbathing is somehow not really a thing anymore, hopefully.
I think it is still. Like, not sunbathing in like the way that some of these old folks do at the swimming pool, where they just lie there the entire time and
From
and
morning 9 to
and turn
evening
into
8.
yes.
Just lie in the sun.
Yeah,
and
and
then from time to time just flip around.
Yeah, and then they like they just start looking like a handbag essentially, because their skin is so leathery after a while. Talking about skin, there's Royal Hawks.
The Royal Hawks here having their skin in the game and getting a little damage onto that tower. Yes,
there's another
just to
Mega Knight
remind
down
you,
deployed.
after all that bronzing, what's the name?
Spray tanning or
tanning. After all that tanning talk here, Sailor is still in the lead. The Mortar is banned, which is really sad, and the balloon is banned.
Yeah, and look at this, the witch just closely dodging those magic archer shots. As there's another graveyard now coming in for Jesus. Nice defense there against those Royal Hawks. There's the fireball now coming down, missing the flying machine
Missing
though.
the dying machine, so it remains flying machine.
Chief Pat is with us.
Yes.
Here once again.
May the chief be with you.
May the chief be with you. Are you related?
No.
To Chief Pat, because you're like Chief Avalon and he's
No.
Chief Pat. Okay.
I met him.
I mean, could have been possible. As soon as that fireball that gets
Bacon
deployed,
again.
the hoggies come
The
down.
archer is just really strong.
Yeah. There are they royal hoagies or royal haggis? We should call them royal
Mega
haggis.
Knight, of course, not gonna
Have you ever
defend
had
that
haggis?
grave. No.
It's fantastic.
Is it?
Yes, very delicious. Great fireball there being used by Jesus. Gets quite a bit of chip
Wow,
in
that's a
with
good
that
one here for
graveyard.
Jesus. 722.
Can he defend that though?
Mega Knight is expensive and going down against the Prince.
Good arrows there coming down for
Yeah, the
Jesus,
Marcher.
defending most of that damage. And there's another Mega Minion now.
Mega Knight.
Mega Minion, Mega Knight, Mega everything.
Everything's Mega here.
We have Mega Evolutions in Clash Royale now.
The Megolution.
Megalodon. They should introduce the Megalodon. And he'll live in the river.
There's
Be
the
very
Witch.
huge.
We wondered if the Witch would be better now. And as we can
Sailor's
see
starting
here,
to
it's
cycle those fireballs, and another
going down
graveyard now
quickly.
coming in. Predictive
there's the
fireball,
fireball.
wanting to go for a potential
And
deployment of
that
those barbarians.
is not yet tower.
Yeah, needs a little bit more than a fireball.
Little piglets.
Not 3 little piggies, but a lot more. That's not
Oh,
enough
the
damage, my friend.
piglets.
But with the arrows, it is, and Jesus taking it to a 1-1.
But also the piglets were on the tower there. That was super duper close.
That was very clutch, actually, the decision making coming out from Jesus. Really using that triple elixir time to the best of his advantage, and just going all out. See here, the fireball, just to cycle it on the tower, and then the arrows on top of it, just in case Sailor would use another round of those barbarians. And then he was still able to defend, even though there was a push coming in. But in triple elixir time, you're just back to your spells so fast.
Fireball.
300 HP remaining on his own tower.
See,
and
the
he looks
moment-
relieved.
The moment Jesus puts away his cup of tea,
Then you know we're in serious business time now.
he's seriously in business. And yeah, that's some interesting decks there. I really like how he played the Witch. A card that we don't see often, but that can be really strong, especially with the graveyard, because it gives good protection against swarm units that may attack the graveyard.
And what did we learn today? It's always important to use protection.
It is.
It is.
So, what protection did you use?
Excuse me?
You just brought it up.
What for?
For watching the game.
Oh, for watching the game. I have protection like here.
Ah, okay.
I can protect my eyes.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
I'm good to go in that regard.
Not
so.
gonna stay single for long wearing that.
I mean, where are yours? We should just
I
start
don't need them
casting
anymore.
with sunglasses. I
Yeah, they're at home.
think. You don't need them anymore.
No,
Are you going blind already? Do you need a dog now?
I'm not single.
Oh, okay. So you know, if you see someone in public wearing sunglasses, you know they're single. Apparently.
Some of them are. There are other things that indicate very clearly that they are.
Like?
Well, not gonna go too much into details here.
You should explain that to
But I
our,
mean,
to our
you're
viewers.
kind of having that red on your face.
That's just
like
your
a-
presence that makes
like
me
a
blush
red,
so much.
a red signal here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a walking red flag now.
Yeah, you're a red flag.
Okay, I see. Can you like put me up on a pole and like?
I think they actually.
And I can
they-
like float in the wind.
Yeah, they made you a little bit brighter, I think, so that people won't have just a red dot on the screen.
Suddenly, like just people's cats would just jump at the screen.
Yeah. I mean, without the light, it would just be a red dot
Yeah.
here beside me.
I'd be a human laser pointer essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, or just like the end of the laser pointer.
Yeah, you'd be in danger because of the laser pointer. People would
I'm
think
in
there's
danger.
a big laser pointer on your face.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but the more we talk about it, the more I see it. I can't unsee it anymore.
Oh my god.
That's unburned.
But it's also like getting increased because I'm such a big fan of you. Then I always blush in your presence, and
okay.
that like
You don't have to.
makes it. I can't control it.
Do you at least have some after
Yeah.
treatment?
I basically bathed in that ever since yesterday. It got a lot better already, so
Okay.
I'm like good to go.
It's not only on the face. It's
I have
okay. We
on
don't
my
want to know
arms.
everything here.
Just my arms and my face. Okay.
Okay.
I use protection for the rest.
Okay. At least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like in summer with everyone wearing masks, like
Yeah, that will look fun.
and then you're just like your the lower half of your face is white and the upper half is like brown or red.
Yeah, that's actually a good reason to wear a beard in the summer.
Yeah. Get a bit of an update.
Oh. Okay. We have some urgent breaking news here.
Yeah.
Sailor doesn't feel so well apparently, so production will check with him if he's able to continue or not.
Yeah.
And we'll keep you informed if we hear more.
Would of course be a pity to see him concede in this match, but of course our players' health is at the utmost priority, even of course in times like these. Let's hope he just got a little bit too much sun maybe today.
Maybe.
I mean, that can always happen. If that happens to you, by the way, just make sure you rest properly, you stay at home, you stay inside, of course, and you drink a lot of water. That helps a lot. If
Water.
if you have...
That's very important.
Yes.
Drink a lot of water.
No vodka.
No vodka.
No rum either. Just make
So
sure
yeah,
you're properly hydrated.
Your
Always
last
stay
thought
hydrated.
there is actually really funny when people start wearing those masks in the summer and basically are all white here.
Yeah, and it looks like
And
it
tanned
looks
everywhere
like, yeah,
else.
then it would be like the opposite of going skiing, because when people go ski, they're always like tanned here, but still white
Yeah,
around the eyes.
yeah.
So it will just be the other way around.
Did you see that video where somebody wears a mask that looks exactly like a mouth?
Oh yeah.
And then everybody's shouting at him,
Yeah.
please wear your mask. And I do. No, wear your mask.
There are also like masks like that where it's just like it on the mask it shows a mask
Yeah,
that's worn
yeah,
below the nose.
Exactly.
And I also, but the other day I saw a guy on the train that had a mask like from Hannibal Lecter, the Silence of the Lambs, you know,
Okay.
Hannibal's kind of mouth cage here, the brown one. It looked kind of cool, but very creepy on
Creepy
at the
and
same
scary.
time.
Yeah, I've seen one that has like the face on the mask and wears the mask below the chin.
Yeah. So we get a bit of an update here. Apparently, Sailor does have to tap out here, cannot continue to play anymore.
Tap out. You watch too much martial arts.
It's also a form of tapping out, I guess. But of course, we wish him to get well very, very soon again, and hope that it's nothing too bad, as Jesus will be granted that win here by default. We apologize, of course, that we cannot show you the rest of the map of the match. That's also kind of the map.
Yeah, that's because of the sun. That's
Yeah.
also what happens if you get too much sun.
Yeah, you
it
cannot
burns
talk
your
properly
brain
anymore.
and it gets hot and it swells up. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
a lot of brain cells dead. They're dead.
I hope I have some to spare. So
Yeah, maybe one or two. I want to be really nice.
you are.
So get well soon. We hope.
Thank you. You too.
Your red face will hopefully recover quickly.
I thought you're still talking to Sailor, but
Yeah, also Sailor,
Also
of course.
Sailor.
Get well soon.
Yeah.
We wish you all the best here from the studio.
And that already concludes today's game day. As game day number 6 here already done now. So it's only one day remaining, and that will be next Wednesday. On Monday there will be no matches since it's Easter Monday. What do you got planned for the Easter weekend?
Well, I'll be streaming.
Oh, lovely.
On Saturday.
Yeah. What do you stream? Fortnite?
Brawl Stars.
Brawl Stars.
Brawl Stars will be on Saturday. Actually, tomorrow I'll stream a tournament.
Yeah.
The PSG Cup. That
Yeah.
will be tomorrow. Switzerland will play. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's like a European Cup.
Mhm.
And I hope Switzerland will be able to qualify. And if they do, or if Germany or Austria does, so one of the German teams, I will also stream on Friday.
Okay.
The final. And
Oh,
yeah,
look,
then
there's a wild replay here.
then just
Can you catch it?
and then just my regular
right.
stream on Saturday. And besides this on Monday, I will also have a day off.
Okay, that sounds lovely. Bit of time to spend with the family.
Yes, but we have not planned anything
Okay.
special.
Oh, that's also very nice. I mean, As we all
But
that
we'll be back on Wednesday. We have to
Yep.
tell you, on Wednesday we'll be back with more Clash Royale.
and
next
we'll
week.
be back tomorrow. Not the two of us,
No,
but Remo
unfortunately
and
not.
Kairos will be on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. with some more CS:GO. And I'm being told and saw it's also quite an intense season over there. But let's actually first have a look here at our Clash Royale standings for now after game day number 6. And there we go. As you can tell here, Zenparak and Jesus currently tied in first place. This is still swapped. Jesus would be in the first like above Zenparak, even though they have the same amount of wins. Jesus has won the head-to-head against Zenparak. So he is in
He
like
is actually on top.
the first place of the first place, kind of. And then there's Solak behind him, managing to get another win here today. And then Dachim being closely behind it, quite equal here at 3 and 3. So I think he's locked in for playoffs. Yeah, I think
Jesus
everyone
and
right now
Senpai are already qualified.
Yeah,
So
everyone is qualified actually, because Sailor and Bodeshev they have had all their 7 matches played
for them,
and they cannot make it anymore. So the rest, I think, is locked into playoffs. Now it's just about the seeding.
So
of
will
course.
it be the way we discussed that last time?
I
that
think it
the
is.
top
Maybe
two
we can get
are
confirmation of
qualified
production
for the semi-final directly,
Yeah.
and 2, 3, 4, and 5
will do it out
will
amongst
play
themselves.
the quarterfinal
Yeah.
first.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it is the way we just described. Top 2, Zenparak and Jesus, they will be awaiting in the semifinals, not against each other, of course, but it's basically they kind of get a free pass in a kind of double. It's like a double elimination bracket for them, and they just get like a free pass into the semifinals, and then Solak, Dachim, Kefran, and Toyboy will battle it out against each other. Then it's of course also still about the seeding, who will play against whom. So far with this standing, it would be Solak against Kefran and Solak against Toyboy and Dachim versus Kefran. But we'll have to await the results next Wednesday to finally conclude everything there. There we also
Here's
have
the schedule.
Very neat new feature that you can see here.
And you see us.
Events.
I have to warn you, be aware.
Yeah.
We're on the camera
We still
as
have to
well
behave.
now. Behave. Oh, behave.
Behave.
So on Thursday we have Counter-Strike let's just call it CSGO.
Yeah.
I just stepped into the same trap.
Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's CSGO on Thursday. Then on April 7th, Clash Royale group stage. Then 8th, CSGO again. And then the 12th will already be the quarterfinals. I think that's a Monday.
Yep.
The
that is a
12th
Monday.
of April. I think it's Monday.
And I think if I got the calendar in my head correctly, then it's another week. Then it's again on a Monday, so on the 19th of April, where
There's the
we have the
semi-final.
semi-final.
Yes.
So there's always going to be a week in between. This means the players do get a lot of time to prepare. Maybe we'll even have another balance patch, depending on whether something of the recent changes will show to be a bit overtuned, for example, and they have to do like an emergency nerf, or whether we are already getting another balance patch in there. That will remain unclear, of course, but
What
it
balance
makes
will
it very
be in 5
interesting.
months, I guess. Again.
What?
Balance?
Oh yeah, true. Probably another 5
Balance? No. I mean...
Yeah, perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Yeah, it was really an interesting evening. We've seen some changes. If we compare the first 5 match evenings to this one, it's been something totally different.
Been day and night, essentially.
Day and night. More towers fell, more aggressive plays, a lot of E-barbs, some bombers,
some mother witches,
some 3 crowns, the regular witch. So that was really interesting. And on the other 5 days, we've seen so many Royal Giants, Giant Skelly decks, Royal Recruits, all that stuff has basically gone.
Yeah, that's very true.
Some recruits, but
and
not
also
so many
something
anymore.
I realized we didn't see a single fisherman being run tonight, I think.
No
and
fish.
That's largely due to the fact that there's now a lot more swarm units, like the witch and even the mother witch. They just counter the fisherman quite well because he'll just pull their hawks or their skeletons respectively, and that's just not too much value out of a fisherman. Plus also with like the big tanks dropping out of favor a little bit, because usually the fisherman is a pretty good answer to something like a giant skelly, because you can just like pull it to the middle of the arena, take it out with the help of both towers, plus the bomb will not like lie on the bridge and you cannot play any troops. So
yes,
not
exactly.
too much merit in playing the fisherman.
Bad.
No.
Fisherman bad.
Fisherman bad, Tony sad.
Exactly. So that concludes tonight's evening. That concludes tonight's matches and the evening. We're your hosts. We've been your hosts. Why are you laughing like that?
I don't. I know.
We've been your hosts tonight.
Just
Me,
here
Chief
shining
Avalon.
away.
You find us also on social media everywhere: YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok,
And also drop me a follow.
If you drop him a follow, Don Rigoni,
for more shiny red forehead content or anything to your liking.
That could become your trademark.
No,
red forehead.
It definitely won't. I'll stick to my cooking probably. So yeah, make sure to follow me also on Instagram, Twitter, if you want to, on Facebook. Or on Tinder or OnlyFans or of course my Twitch channel, where I'll hopefully be streaming a little more often in the upcoming weeks. But then again, we wish you all the very best until next Wednesday, where we're gonna be back with some more Clash Royale action. Until then, stay
happy, healthy, and strong.
And good night.
And good night.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Sie sind am Zug. Wechseln Sie jetzt Ihr Internet zur Swisscom und wir schenken Ihnen ein Jahr lang das beliebteste TV der Schweiz und Netflix. Aber nur bis am 5. April.
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy. Huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Rejoignez maintenant Swisscom pour votre accès Internet et nous vous offrons pendant toute une année la TV préférée de Suisse et Netflix. Mais seulement jusqu'au 5 avril.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
So hard, raise the bar, turn into a star. Play my part, yeah. I ain't too far. I do it big, I keep it large, okay. Live it up. Is this fake? Better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. It's going down, better live it up. About too hard, what? About too hard, what? About too hard, about too hard.
Stay with me where the sun doesn't go down, and we will drift away until the day the world stops spinning.